Yeah. What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the representative. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
What it do is Jesus Shuttleworth, the God, aka the GOAT artist, aka LB Lauderdale Boss, the Soul Wars creator. World is an op out now. Let's get it. RingGameRadio.com in the building. Tuesday night boxing, nigga. You know what it is.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we late, but we there. I mean,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? We got like, from this boxing this morning.
Exactly. Fresh off of boxing this morning. Might not be when you want it, but we there. Like, you know, we the God podcast on some shit. Like, I mean, like, you know, it's there. It's coming like a Jesus blessing. You know, you're gonna get
it. That's what it is.
So yeah, that's Ring Gang. So let's get it.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? We got the pods potting up on a Tuesday. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yo, anyone banned from the bodega or everyone or you cool for today?
I got one banning I'm gonna hand out later because I don't want to take too much time off of this. This is something completely out of left field. But I'll at a later date. I'll address them at a later date. For now, the banning I want is everybody that was involved in that fucking pump fake of a negotiations, you know, at welterweight for a unification. All y'all got to get banned because all y'all some fuck shit and some dumb shit. And I wouldn't want y'all negotiating anything for Bodega. I'll tell you that.
and that's facts. That we'll definitely talk more to that because some niggas is just acting straight up stupid about that. But yeah, I gotta get addressed. Absolutely. So I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's fly? It's Conscious Pilot, the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender. Let's get it. Tuesday Night Raw. Pause. Let's get
it. Tuesday Night Raw. You know, Conscious Pilot. He stays elevated, man. That's definitely a little sign of elevation. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was pause worthy, but I can dig it though. And last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Nigga, come on.
Yo, what's good? You already know who the fuck it is. We're on top 5, retired, dead, and alive.
There we go. You know, Rome top 5. He was a little late. He might have been rolling up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he's here though. You know, good for him. You know what I mean? You know, he's this nigga. You know, he's AK Chicago win because he does leave these niggas in the breeze though. But yeah, man. Like I said, but we had this boxing this morning, man. You know, like I said, they came just on time because although this past weekend there was boxing, although I watched it later and it was actually pretty good though. But you know, the main event though, you know,
we talking about elite level boxing tonight.
Yeah, you know, even though there was a lot of foolishness about this whole fight, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we're talking about Naoya Monster Inoue facing TJ Doheny. And before we get into that fight though, definitely gotta acknowledge some of the fights on the undercard though. Like number one, you know, seeing Andy Hiroka and seeing Pilot, you know, obviously changing his name to Andy Hiroka halfway stand. In one gear, stayed in first gear and took apart Barroso like it was nobody, like it was no thing. And it makes you sad because it makes you realize how shitty Rolly is as a fighter and how disappointing it is that Davies got caught by dude so early in the fight. Both fighters is really not a good work. Like Rolly is trash, and he's going to be at another pay-per-view, and Davies is, you know, basically everyone pisses on him on Twitter all the time.
Davies got stopped in the round. I know we see Rolly's trash, and that's the thing, but really, at least Rolly lasted longer than one round. I mean, come on.
What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. Like if Rolly's trash, then Davies is like sanitation. Like it's another word. It's another level for that. Like garbage water. I don't know.
He's that shit you throw in the water that end up on the dead fish. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
I don't fucking know.
You know, but it's not good. Hiroka just absolutely just number one, like it was barely any trouble and dropped him like 3 times and managed to force a pretty one-sided stoppage because and that's how you're supposed to beat someone who's 41 years old and even though he has stones in his fist, Like, when you're 41 years, like that's how you're supposed to, like, you have your physical advantages. You should be able to easily beat him at this particular point if you are if you're an elite fighter of some sort, like, or you're in your prime.
Or an elite talent or something. Like,
Yeah.
And he's been looking at, like Hiroka. I know he did take Sasaki, the top Japanese welterweights, zero, stopped them, I think, a couple year or two back, but he's been looking mid after that. He had kind of like sport on the vine. So, this is a good win for him. I know Barroso looks, about 50 years old, but this is a good win for him.
I mean, it's fitting because Japan is a country that is not very favorable for old people. So
no, it's not.
It's only fitting that an old person would get murked over there.
No country for old men.
And like I said, man, at least the Barroso guy. Obviously, we have been enjoying the Barroso kind of run that he's been on, but like I said, it was going to come to an end. Although, obviously, if it extended, then hopefully that Barroso would have called out Valenzuela. Instead, of course, Hiroka called out Valenzuela, and truthfully, Valenzuela would probably get KO'd by dude too.
It's a good fight. It's a good. I doubt he'll take that fight. But it's a good.
Yeah,
I know they got rid of the Reggie, but basically now Hiroka is now the interim, quote unquote, interim WBA champ. So he's basically got first dibs. You should have first dibs.
Yeah, it depends now if Valenzuela is actually going to take. And I want him to, because I want Valenzuela to like I need one of these PBC cats got to actually defend that belt against an actual 140 person. Like they can't be dragging niggas up like they've been doing.
If Tank fights Loma, hopefully if that comes back next year, because Rayo said he's not going to fight till next year. If like you're able to get Rayo, since they're both on top rank, Rayo versus Hiroka as the co-main for Loma Tank, that'd be fire. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, but remember the rumors are Rayo's in line for a Tank fight, and which is just like of course I'm not gonna go into.
It's obvious. It's common. It makes sense, but. Either fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be like how Frank Martin had it. Like it's gonna, if you got that fight lined up and enough people are telling you like, yo, you got that, you're just gonna sit on that and wait till that fight happens.
Who is a better? Well, real quick, who has a better chance of Rayo to beat? Who could Rayo beat more out of the two? I think we favor the two against Rayo, but who would you think has a better,
out of who?
Hiroka and Tank.
Yeah, Hiroka and Tank. For Rayo next, what's a more winnable fight?
Both are winnable, but
I kind of want to say Hiroka, but I'm not sure.
But not by I say. I think Tank and Hiroka will both beat Valenzuela. It's just he might
have the shot more over Hiroka just off experience.
I think with Hiroka, there's a chance he could get him. He could lure him into a firefight that maybe he could. And
Hiroka's a bigger, Hiroka's gonna probably be a welterweight. Tank's pretty small for 135, even kind of. So like, short.
Yeah, they're on the opposite ends of the spectrum for toughness, though.
Yeah, and then Marquis said neither. To be honest,
no, neither. I just, I think Tank's style is all wrong for Rayo, and he's gonna get starched if they fight. But
like Rayo got if Rayo got a 30% chance against Tank. Hiroka, he has a 40% chance.
Yeah,
35, 40. Yeah.
It's not much more, but he does have the legit experience factor, and he got the tools for both guys. Pause, but it's just putting them together. That's all it is. Can you trust him to do that against those caliber of boxers?
Yeah, because if Rayo beat both of them, they'd be considered upsets. So it's like. Yeah, no, but shout out to Hiroka. Like I said, he did what he had to do, and he called him out like in pure, clear English. Called him out just to make sure there was no bullshit. Nothing. He didn't leave it to the translator. He called him out and just told him like, "Hey, you're next." That's what. And I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
You can't leave everything up to the dub for the anime. Like you don't always translate. They over in Japan, you got to speak that English clearly, bro. So yeah,
absolutely, yo. But the co-main is probably a new entry to a Fight of the Year candidate, man. Between Yoshiki Takai and Daigo Higa, man. Yo, that was a hard fight. Like Yeah, it's rare you see two fighters throw and land over 40% of their power punchers, but they they threw some heat after the first round was kind of like ho hum, but after that, they were throwing some heat at each other. Like,
Yeah, second round they turned it up quickly.
yeah, exactly. And with Takai though, and like I said, he goes to distance for the second time, and fun things too is like he clearly has a lot of power into it, but his stamina is going to have to improve because the stamina nearly cost him this fight. Like because he started fading like damn near like half, like I say maybe by the 6th or 7th round, you can tell that he was running out of ideas what to do in the ring, or he started bullshit. He started doing some Sugar Ray Leonard shit and started started like showboating and shit like that. And I'm like, okay, this dude must be like tired or something like that. Like, what is he doing? And he allowed Haiga to actually to come on and dude was lighting him up to the body like over.
Yeah, I didn't really see him as like he got a little tired, but it was more so I felt like he kind of just knew how to approach the situation. He kept, he was go to the body, then he was power jabbing him backwards, but Higa I felt was. I don't think he was like Caleb Plant tired, but I felt like he was tired.
He was a little fatigued, but like it was noticeable, but it wasn't like he's gonna run on like he's gonna run out of gas. Like
like he kind of gutted it out type of shit.
I do think he needs to pace himself better a little bit next time.
Yeah,
like I said, it wasn't that bad.
And he throwing hard punches. Yeah, like he got through it. He landed some fucking crazy uppercuts. Like I can't remember, maybe the Ghost Guerrero first fight where a nigga just land like so many uppercuts. Like I don't know how he took all them uppercuts. Like
and there was smooth uppercut counters too, left, right hand. Like dude was throwing them and getting them flush, and dude stayed upright. Like
dude was spamming fight night uppercuts.
Like. The only person who throw up that many uppercuts is fucking Navarrete.
Right.
And this dude, he was damn near with him. Like, it was almost like he was trying to beat Navarrete. The amount of uppercuts he was throwing. Like, lead uppercuts, back uppercuts, jumping. I'm like, bro, chill. Like, but you can't tell them to stop because they was landing.
Yeah, they were absolutely landing too. But, he was just like, he took them all. Like I was like, okay, this guy has a serious chin.
It was only one late in the fight where I was like, oh shit, damn, like hold on, like that kind of hurt him. Like
yeah. And this is weird. Like in the 11th round, he could scored a knockdown, and it was a clear one. It wasn't like a bullshit knockdown because I was thinking, okay, maybe the leg strip. But
yeah, I know it looked borderline, but I didn't have no problem with it. Like it was legit enough. Like yeah.
Right.
No, that was legit. I don't know why anybody would argue that it wasn't, but
because it looked like they got tangled up a little, but then it looked like the punch more was like a cuffing side of the head. Like to me, honestly, I thought it was legit, but
it was cuffing. I agree, it was cuffing, but it still was a punch. It still connected.
No. Like I agree because this is the thing. In real time, we know there's refs who wanted to call that a knockdown.
Right.
That's why I said it's borderline, whatever. Like, and remember, he called it correctly in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a close kind of knock down the call and get it correctly on the dot like that. So if he would have got that wrong, I wouldn't have held it against him. So it's more like a salute, like damn, like he caught that because it wasn't the easiest knockdown to call like off rip,
it was not.
In real time, They keep this ref around, guys. Bring him to the States, because some of these niggas,
yo, facts.
but it was a good fight. Like the scores, it was close. I could almost see a draw, but I felt like Takai did kind of gut the fight out closely.
Yeah, no, because in the 12th round, this is where Higa could have won this fight in the 12th round, but he lost it because he gassed, and Takai was like, he sucked. I don't know, it was a second wind or he just sucked it up. Pause. And dude was battering dude around the ring, like he was like holding on, like dude was getting ready to drop from exhaustion, like Like
Yeah.
dude almost took knees on his own accord without being hit. Like he was faded.
It seemed like he was like maybe a punch and a half from just dropping. Like
Yeah.
It's like you almost want to score that round a 10-8, but it's not.
Yeah.
But it's damn near close to it though.
Yeah, and it was that clear round actually because I think two of the scores were like 114, 113, and that was pretty much what gave Takai the fight. Like, you know, like I mean,
he needed that round, bro. Like he just kind of let it go. Fuck.
Yeah, he let it go. Yeah, if he was able to drop him one more time, he probably could have gotten the fight. He would have won the fight, or it would have been a draw. But yeah, no,
he had the better technique, the technical skills. He was doing good shit. It's just he couldn't control Takai enough. Like he let Takai, and like he couldn't guard them damn uppercuts too.
Like when he had Takai on the ropes, because Takai's defense is bad. Like it's not good. His defense is as he continued, like he's gonna get decapitated one day. Because on the ropes, like was kind of was bobbleheading him on several occasions. He just didn't go down.
He landed that left
hook. I missed that. Is that 118 or 1?
He wasn't. He was like dude was not defensively responsible at all.
No.
Like I felt like that. Then like I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I always feel like there's a difference between like there are some people that are just like not like good defensively, but like worse, they're just not responsible defensively. Like they don't even like they're careless. I felt like dude took too many careless shots that like I don't know.
So did the champ retain? I'm sorry, I missed that one.
No, Takai won. He won by decision.
Takai won.
Yeah, but
he did out. Like it was a close. Like I wanted. Like it definitely deserves a rematch.
Yeah,
but like he won a close one. Like I have no problem with the scores, but like it's one of those. He's winning these fights by heart because, like, it's something left to be desired. The way he takes all the punishment, like he was literally looking like Gotti in the Dime Guard fight.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
spamming uppercuts, getting rocked on the ropes.
He's winning hard,
earning no punches.
Like that was a hard fight. So like,
yeah. And the funny thing too, I mean, he won the belt in a hard fight because he gassed against Maloney, and Maloney almost got him up out.
And that's why I said he's been winning like. All his fights recently, he's been winning like hard fights, like
hard gut check ass, Oscar Valdez type ass fights, yo. Like, and he's only got like maybe 10, 11 fights. Like, you can't have these type of fights early like this.
I wonder if it's a whole thing, and maybe PJ probably could speak on this more, like in terms of like maybe the whole thing translates from kickboxing to boxing. Like, I just feel like there's something in this translation of this is probably missing, in that I mean, I would think that a cat that was kickboxing would be more defensively responsible. Like seriously,
not necessarily, bro. Because kickboxers, you got some that look. You know the ones that are similar to Taekwondo, where they could switch hit and they're leading with one foot all the time.
Yeah,
that's more similar to boxing and fencing. When you see those type of kickboxers, you could tell they will transition to boxing well. Like the Vitaly, if you ever seen Vitaly Klitschko, Chris Algieri, you could tell. Mm-hmm. But the ones who kind of the more Muay Thai standing squared up, nah, that's not for boxing.
Yeah, Takai's stance is definitely not a boxing stance. That motherfucker be crouching and shit sometimes. Yo.
It's not. It don't even look like a fucking kickboxer stance. It's like it's weird. It's like Pursuin type stance. It's like.
Can I ask y'all real quick, because I missed it. I know them to say weight class is Junto Nakatani. Does Nakatani ice Takai?
Yes.
Does Junto beat Takai for sure?
Yes.
Yeah. The way Nakatani hits, and the way Takai takes clean punches,
it's a bad combo.
Like that's a bad recipe.
Really bad combo.
If you don't stop him, that's one of those brain damaging fights where it's like. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to be getting hit with your chin up clean like that, where your whole chin, your head wobbles on your fucking neck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one thing if you're getting punched and your face is going in or it's going one motion, but when your shit is getting hit and you're like nigga, no, like anybody who takes punches like that, it's a knockout waiting to happen.
Yeah, dude's head was turning into a fucking Pez dispenser. Right.
Yeah, like, and he could fucking punch.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, he was going into his punches too. Like he could the things he could have done if he didn't get hit with so many fucking uppercuts. Because even though you could take the punch, remember, it only takes one to be the one that hurts you. And it was late in the fight where he finally got caught with one late. And I don't think he truly recovered from it. And that's when Takai kind of just gutted it out and said, all right, fuck it. Like, I got him now, nigga. Like, I ain't never had him like this before. So let me pop. And, you know, the rest is history. So, you know, defense be fucking mattering, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, because Takai, like I said, 10 fights. You go to distance twice in your fights. You're gassing. You're taking some serious punishment from punches. You know, motherfuckers like, we've seen the recipe before. Like, I mean, it doesn't end well. It never ends well. Like, you know, but he's entertaining. Like, there's no question about that.
Maybe the strategy he imposed, like, I think he needs to box and break guys down more instead of just chucking hard shots until a nigga get worn out.
But the funny thing too,
that ain't it.
Because he was getting attacked in the Maloney fight. I know Maloney lost that fight because of the early rounds, but Maloney was, you know, coming back strong in the end. You know, somewhat.
Yeah, but he was boxing Maloney up. He won like 7-8 rounds like in a row, like, and then he faded, and then, you know, Maloney tried to like KO him like late. So it's
that
like
boxing shit ain't really work with he like. But then he was able to land on it. It's like, God damn, I don't know. Maybe this is. I guess Higa was just better than, you know what I mean? But damn.
Yeah, I'll say this though. Takai, he's entertaining as fuck too. But the second that dude really faces someone like in a really elite level fighter, like a Nakatani or even elite level puncher, this shit is a wrap for him. Like, he's not going to keep that belt. Like, I watch me say that this no motherfucker has like 10 title defenses or some shit like that.
Dude, a guy like Higa and Lemo's styles are similar. But I feel like Lemos does the style better, but Higa punches harder.
Right. At least Lemos is defensively responsible.
That's what I'm saying. Like, exactly. He does the style better. So it's almost like there's a given it. Like, would you rather punch harder or have worse defense or have better defense, but don't punch as hard? Still punch hard. So if Takai fights a guy like who's like Lemos, who's not going to get hit with all the uppercuts, but hits hard enough to hurt you, and he's not going to gas out, and he's going to be on you all fucking night, it could be a wrap.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, it don't always take an elite guy or an elite puncher. It could just be somebody who just is great at the shit that you're bad at.
Facts.
And that's all it takes sometimes. And I feel like you have certain people where it's not going to be an elite guy. It might just be somebody who's great at what they're bad at. And that might happen to Takai before he gets it on with an elite guy, and the elite guy just walks all over him.
Yeah, no, but
because the elite guy might have a bullshit ass chin. Remember, Takai can punch, so
yeah, that's another thing. He absolutely can punch. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Though, dude's a fun fighter to watch, though. But like I said, you can literally see how his story is going to end. Like, you know, it's just
and you almost kind of like, well, shit. I'm glad he became a world champion early. Shit.
Yeah, because like
if he had to have these type of fights before he got his title shot, nigga, like, oh no.
Yeah, no, that shit.
He ain't not like a Jamel or a Jamal Charlo where you're in a loaded division, and if like you're good enough, you kind of ride it out, and then you get your shot. You may be a year or two late, but you get it.
Yeah.
Like, nah, like this nigga's getting in all these fight of the years like right now. Like
exactly.
Like bro, like when you get 17 fights, we're gonna be talking about like, all right, so he's at this crossroads bout that we gonna air on Pro Box TV, because nigga. Oh, hey, what up, Rob D? Salute, what it do, God? Hey, what up, Discord boxing chat? Salute, greetings. Slow boxing until next month. I know.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, we were just talking.
Y'all got the F word came back, and I don't want to say it, but that came back, and you know, boxing is kind of like, you know, it's like the side piece right now.
Yeah, and honestly, the next big boxing fight is Canelo Berlanga, which of course we're gonna. Which
Wait,
we're
hold
not
on. The
gonna-
what? Wait. The what? What's the next big fight?
Oh, my bad, bro. I mean, it's some fight that niggas is talking about, but we don't have no shit to do with that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
I mean, it's bad. We'll probably talk about the matchroom fight more than the other fight that we know we keep on hearing.
We'll talk about nigga. I'll draw 2 stick figures and we'll have them to talk about, nigga. Like, I ain't talking about no motherfucking Anelo Gerglangla.
Yeah.
Or the GBC and Kara, Israelandi, RC. Like, I'm not even saying these niggas' names right on purpose. Like,
yeah. But like I said, damn sure if there's upsets on that card, we will sure as hell fucking talk about it. If Canelo gets knocked up by Berlanga, we will talk about it, and we will talk about it with glee. Yeah,
damn right, nigga. I'll be moonwalking in this motherfucker. We might podcast outside, nigga. I don't know what the fuck I might do that night.
I don't even want to preview this fucking card.
We won't, nigga.
No,
That's
we won't.
we won't. Yeah, dude. Honestly, do y'all think I was joking when I said that shit?
Listen. I believe you, and I'm glad because I don't want to do it. There's only one thing I'm gonna be doing. I'm only gonna be previewing one thing, and that's what my boy from Keep It 100 Boxing, Keep It 100 Boxing, Ring Gang Radio collaboration. He wants to do the Danny Garcia, Erislandy Lara preview, and I said I'll do that with you. Other than that, I'm not talking about none of this other shit. So
yeah.
Swift said.
Yeah. So
yeah, all that other shit is like, and the middleweight division sucks so bad. It's like it's like niggas is like, all right, we'll talk about the Laura fight. Like I ain't mad at you.
Like I don't want to talk
shit. Y'all niggas could go somewhere.
I don't want to talk about Laura. I don't want to talk about Rolly.
Hell no.
I like Fulton, but honestly, he's kind of annoying me with his pouting because Fulton is upset that he's on the prelim portion and not the pay-per-view portion. It's like, okay, whatever.
The fast count by the ref the other day he was complaining about.
Yeah, so
yeah, he was complaining about he was weight drained. I mean, because I was gonna get more into that when we get to the main event, which is gonna be like now.
Fuck that, yo, Pat. Cause I see this nigga Chris Brown. He already salute Chris Brown. But I already seen him in the chat. Like I gotta address this, yo.
But start
it off though. I see you, Chris. I see you.
But yeah, like I said, the co-main event, like I said, if you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. That shit was the Fight of the Year candidate. But now the main event that everyone obviously, they woke up at 7:00 in the morning. No matter how much you motherfuckers compare, well, he's not a Saturday night fighter. You motherfuckers will get up with your cup of Folgers crystals, nigga, and you will watch this goddamn fight, motherfuckers. So yeah, Naoya, Monster Inoue, and TJ Doheny. Like I said before, like if you heard us before, like in the preview, we talked about why. Well, who's TJ Doheny and why is he getting the shot? Because some of these bigger platforms should be able to do the fucking research on this. Like the niggas think if you watch boxing, you would know why Doheny got this shot. We said it on the preview why because
why he would be competitive.
He's been on a nice run. I even said this in the group chat. I'm like he's like a Glenn Johnson for little men. Like he's a tough, savvy guy that's gone on a nice run. So
he's a former world champion
in the man's backyard.
Yeah,
it's not like he's beating up niggas in Europe and he's coming to Japan talking shit. He's whooping niggas in Japan.
And they're monster stablemates.
He's like a mini weight chop.
A mini weight.
So that's the thing. So yeah, like fuck it. Like I gotta get to it. Like Chris Brown, in a way, looked the worst I've seen him look in some time. Small sample size, but Doheny won clear rounds, and Monster didn't look as precise, fast, and accurate as usual.
For like 2 rounds.
Maybe he's a 31-year-old in a lower weight division. Like, bro, first of all, like King P said, like 2 rounds. Second of all, like y'all niggas gotta listen to us when we really preview these fights. We told you, TJ Doheny, career resurgence. He could punch. He's crafty. He has boxing skills. He's tough. He knows his way around the ring. He's active. He's been fighting, so he's sharp. Like we told y'all, like we even said, like most of us picked around the 5th round, middle round, that Monster will stop him. Right. If you notice, Doheny's offense kind of peaked in the 4th round. And then from there, he couldn't really, it never got better than that. He still landed, but in a way kind of stepped it up from there and beat the shit out of him.
The third round actually is he kind of, he kind of had some, third round he had some success. 4th round he clearly won, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, he was landing like 3 or 4 straight lead lefts on Inoue. Like, we've never seen that before.
Yeah. I think, I did see, supposedly Inoue was a little tentative because I guess Doheny weighed 147 on fight night. So maybe that's why he was a little, apprehensive or a little.
Doheny did look heavy in there, big in there.
The first round was, the first round was a clear feel out round. I feel like I haven't seen an Inoue first round, just a, check it out round in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like usually it's full on action right away. I'm just saying usually Monster comes out right away, just blah, 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 blah. And, so maybe
it's like he analyzes you fast. He's not reckless. He just analyzes you faster. Like his shit's like on like what's that Verizon shit? The T line internet or whatever. Like he on some faster normal processing shit. Like this time it's like he didn't do that. Like I felt like he knew Doheny more than the fucking fans were aware of Doheny. Like he approached it like, yo, this motherfucker's kind of heavy. I know he could punch. He's a little busy with the jab. He's trying to work off that and set some shit up. Let me just be poised.
Plus, he learned from the last fight where he with that flash knockdown. So like
I don't know if you could call it flash. That motherfucker because he got
I don't want to say flash knockdown, but like it came like
it was a sudden, like it wasn't like a flash. Like you blink your eyes.
He was a legit knockdown, but it was like out of nowhere. It just came like very suddenly.
Yeah.
So he wasn't gonna make that same mistake twice.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like at least when Inoue it says, yo, let me slow it down. Let me approach it a little differently. Let me figure this out. He's still trying to fucking kill you and knock you the fuck out. A lot of other boxers, they're not even thinking that far ahead. They just like, okay, let me just process this shit. Inoue's like, let me process this shit so I could knock him the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else is processing shit like that. And one of the points I want to make real bad on this episode is the fact that a lot of the boxing media and the platforms didn't really know what they was talking about when this fight got announced. Everybody's like, oh, MJ, shut your dick-sucking mouth up. Oh, this nigga, that nigga. Oh, TJ Doheny, he's this, he's that. Like, y'all just saying it because y'all haven't seen these fights. Y'all don't know these motherfuckers.
Nah,
but this was never a bad fight.
Goodman clearly ducked. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the Doheny fight, like a lot of people weren't, but Goodman clearly ducked him.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing. Yeah, it's one thing if you weren't a fan of the fight, and we can understand it. But if you knew, I wasn't. But
to say it's a bad fight, it's just where it's like, yo, like, come on, like I'm not a fan of the Canelo Munguia, but I wouldn't say it was a bad.
Yeah.
But wasn't a fan of it. It was the least acceptable fight Canelo could, for example. Whereas Berlanga Canelo, that's a bad fight. I'm not a fan. That's just a bad fight.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
There's a difference between fights we don't really care for, but it's like, you know what? I understand. I might not personally like it that much, but I can understand it. As opposed to, no, this fight is objectively bad and doesn't make any legit sense.
Some bullshit. So, and that's the thing. The media and all these larger platforms kept pressing this like it was a bad fight. They weren't telling you like, look, hey, TJ Doheny, he's on a career resurgence. He's been knocking dudes out. He's been in Japan knocking gym members out from Inoue's camp. He's been the underdog a couple times, and he's winning all by knockout.
Like he's a former world champion,
and he's a former world champion. So it's like all this. It's like, to me, that's a sellable fight. Like we all like, and this is the thing. I call it all the same. Like I said, Rayo deserves a tag fight, and I say TJ Doheny deserved the Inoue fight. When you do, and Rayo just a couple big wins, Doheny, he's just been off the radar, but they've been solid wins nonetheless. Just because you don't see a nigga being deserving. Just because you didn't see the act, don't mean he's not deserving of it.
Right, because I mean, as I said in the chat too, like a lot of you motherfuckers were celebrating Tank fighting Frank Martin because he was fighting another African American, but obviously, Frank Martin has never held a belt, or anything like that. So I
thought that was a good fight, though. So
yeah. Honestly, I'll be honest. That's a bad example.
That's not
Because Frank Martin at least had the Michelle Rivera win. Like that's a bad like Frank Martin. We all agreed was acceptable fight.
To me, it's a good. It's cognitive dissonance because you can't be like this and like, oh well, Frank Martin is because you've seen him on TV, and then you over there bashing Monster Fighter TJ Hey, who fights it?
But neither would be correct in that instant.
Well, it's still
that's what I'm saying. It's like they're both wrong. That's why I picked the Rayo fight because remember, there's some people who's like, well, I don't think Rayo deserves a Tank fight, and it's like, well, goddamn, y'all were just celebrating him beating Pitbull. He just knocked out Colbert. Like he's on a little win streak. He's beating some names. Y'all seen it. Like, I think that's deserving of a fight. The only difference with TJ Doheny is he's doing this in a smaller weight class that you motherfuckers don't pay attention to. And then his fights weren't as heralded as Rayo's fights. So you didn't see it like that, or you didn't hear about it. It wasn't put in your face like that. Pause. But it's still an accomplishment. It's still worthy of earning a big fight. Don't we want guys to earn big fights?
No, absolutely. I honestly think like a lot of the people in the media alike were just like very uninspired with this fight. Maybe because of expectations that they have for Inoue, that this is feel like, oh, whatever. It's uninspiring, but it's not a bad fight, and Doheny is not a bad fighter.
And that's the thing, and that hurts the sport when you just don't call it how it is. Like the way we're calling it is the honest, truthful, most objective way you could call it. We're not saying this is the goddamn fight of the year, best fight, but we're saying, hey, it's a quality matchup, and TJ Doheny, he earned it. Yeah, it may not be the best matchup out there, it may not be the fight you want, but hey, he earned this, and let's not forget that he won upsets. He's a former world champion. He's given us a fight of the year in 2019. This is that. He won his belt in Japan. Like, dude, it's like there was so much shit that they could have marketed this fight with that they didn't. It's like, damn, y'all just really treated this like it's a regular ass. Like, and then when the motherfucker ends up being competitive like we said he would be, everybody jumping out the window like, God damn, I think Inoue getting old now.
No, it's not.
He's not looking sharp. He's in there with somebody who's active, sharp, former world champion, winning upsets. He's in there with somebody who ain't coming to get a check.
And on top of that, someone who was probably well over, probably was almost damn near like at welterweight limit. So he was big. So
and a heavier guy. So it's like the dude is like, yo, it's Inoue the monster. It's Naoya Inoue the monster, not Naoya Inoue God. Like, y'all want this nigga to be perfect. Like, come on, like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
yeah, I mean, look, if anything, like Brent said, it does show another level of elite ability because he was able to slow down the fight to how he was comfortable at, and not have to fight at basically he's not getting into like a Donaire 1 slugfest where he's just trading them hands. Like, he was able to slow the fight down, get Doheny's timing down. And once he felt comfortable with the offense was coming back at him, he turned it up and got him up out of there. Yeah.
You can see, like,
the funny thing is, if people
he just say slip some lefts I didn't like. That's all, really.
The funny thing is, if people have an issue with Inoue doing this right now, oh my God, I can't wait to see how they're going to complain when he does this at 126, where he's got to be a little bit more methodical, a little more, because now you're dealing with heavier guys, punchers, and they're going to complain, he looks slow, he looks old. No, the motherfucker's just being more methodical. Like,
dude, and the funny part is about this, he's boxing the way we wanted guys like Adrian Broner to box when they moved up in weight. More tactful, a little more cautious, but hey, when you hurt the guy, you go for the kill. Just more selective in what you're doing. Like, still jab, still box. it's like he's doing all the things niggas want, but motherfuckers are still caught up in this whole like, nah, he gotta knock him out. He gotta blitz him right now, right the fuck now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it don't work like that, and he still got the KO. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, dude, like and that's the problem. Like, nobody would be saying Inoue looked old, or he didn't look good, or he didn't look sharp, or he didn't look that if they respected and knew how good and quality TJ Doheny was.
Yeah, he had at the end of the fight, he had Doheny on his Tyson shit. My back, spinal, like
Yeah. Nigga hit him with the Hoko sinking fish of the North Star shit. Like, motherfucker hit him in the stomach so hard, motherfucker complained about his hip and his back.
Dude was killing and then walked like the way he walked back to the corner.
Yeah, like, bro, like, you know how hard you got, like, nigga, like, and people, and this is the thing, these big platform fucks and these media niggas is like, oh, this is so anticlimactic. I'm like, y'all just seen a nigga get hit in the stomach and quit and talk about his back and his hip and wobble out the ring. Like, how is that anticlimactic? Like,
he said he lost feeling in his leg or some shit. He said
he lost
bro,
feeling.
like, do you hear this shit? Like, a nigga's like, well, the movie ends with a car crash and the nigga hand falls out the car and the credits roll, and it's like, okay, it looks like that nigga dead. And motherfuckers like, well, damn. They could have really showed the body. It's kind of anticlimactic. Like, what other clues do you need, nigga? Like, it's done. Like, the motherfucker stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Anticlimactic. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was anticlimactic. I'm not gonna lie to you because Doheny didn't go down, and the referee was like, it was
first time Doheny was ever stopped though.
Yeah, hold on. I wanted to get into that because I actually saw.
I don't think it. I don't want to say it's anticlimactic. It was climactic as fuck. Right. It wasn't a great ending.
Okay, so hey, Shutterworth, it's great you mentioned that because I actually saw a very interesting fun fact from our boy Cliff Roll, boxing historian. So yes, that was the first time Doheny got knocked out. So here's the thing: Doheny is the 14th opponent of Inoue to suffer their first career knockout loss. And guess what? Inoue has 28 fights. 14 of them, he made somebody suffer their first KO. That's crazy. That's a great stat right there.
Yeah, that's a great fucking stat right
there.
You're
stopping niggas who've never been stopped before. Like, do y'all, like, people, like, don't understand how hard it is to stop somebody in boxing and KO.
And like I said, appreciation. I picked the round right.
Not only stopping somebody, but being the first person to stop them, and then doing it half of your fights, 28 fights, 14, half of his fights, he knocked out somebody that never been knocked out before.
Y'all see, I picked the correct prediction, right?
Oh, you did pick 7, didn't you?
7,
yeah.
I hope you put money on that shit at the casino.
No, nigga. I fucking didn't. No, I had a parlay and it got wrecked, but it was in a parlay.
Oh, okay.
That's parlay got wrecked, but it was definitely 7th round KO in a parlay, but it already failed before the Inoue fight even happened, so it didn't even matter.
We're gonna have to start throwing an extra 2 rounds on these Inoue predictions. If it's round, if you think he's gonna get him out in the 5th, say the 7th. If you think it's gonna be in the 7th, say the 9th.
And I think for the 7th round, the odds is like plus 850 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
fucked up.
And even the bookies ain't thinking with like everybody just shitting on Doheny, and then afterwards it's like the Inoue. Don't get this nigga his props. God damn. Like, Inoue look old. Like, no, that's Doheny was the old nigga.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you the old nigga who fought like you young against a young nigga. The young nigga finally beat you, and then everybody's calling the young nigga the old nigga now. Like,
yeah,
this man can't win for shit. Like,
no, he fucking cannot. Though, but
hey, dude got out the ring like he was in a car wreck. Like, he's like, nigga hit the George Jefferson strut and everything. Like, bro, like he giving the nigga the 227 ass whooping, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, how y'all niggas hating on him away? Like, y'all just stop it. Like, y'all gotta educate yourselves on these opponents and these people, so y'all don't jump out the window every time someone doesn't look perfect. Like, because taking a round or two to figure a nigga out ain't the end of the world. Like,
right.
Like, geez, like, and we seen niggas get hit way more. We've seen Crawford get hit way more in early rounds before he knocked the shit out of a nigga. Like, come on, like.
Me machine. Me machine.
Me machine. Thomas Donami. Kill Brook for 1 round.
Damn, nigga, you need some water, nigga.
Take Lundy for another round. I'm just saying, like, niggas be all riding Crawford and like, oh my God, he did the same shit anyway be doing. Niggas be like, man, I don't know, nigga look old. Like, you seen that shit? Like, he didn't knock him out in the 2nd round like he was supposed to. He did it in the 3rd. Old motherfucker. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
yeah, no, it's just like I said though. It just boxing Twitter has never been as enjoyable as you see when you see people talk about Monster after the fight, because some of these, like I said, there's some niggas that's still salty about what he did to Fulton, like, and this is where
fuck it, a certain platform said Inoue was tweeting Inoue it was a bum and he's not minus 5,000 and all this shit. But then one of Inoue's former victims on his pound for pound list.
But hey, at least we know the next Inoue fight, the odds will be a little bit better than this shit, nigga.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna be like, they're gonna be like, oh, he falling off. He couldn't get the nigga out of here. Oh yeah, let's make it minus 800 on this fight. Okay, let's make my money.
He's gonna be minus 4,500 instead of 5,000 this time.
Yeah, like I mean, I get like niggas have to let that Fulton fight go. Like, I mean,
let it go. You can't say Inoue's beating up bums when you picking Fulton to whoop his ass and you got Fulton on your goddamn pound for pound list.
Yeah, because that Fulton, like I said before, that Fulton shit was just like, I mean, I get it. Fulton was a pound for pound fighter. Fulton, like, we gave Fulton his props, whatever. But the way you motherfuckers was talking about Fulton the Monster, I'm like, are we watching the same fighters? Like, are we like
the way y'all was talking about Fulton, you didn't think he stopped Brandon Figueroa.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
now that would have happened. Then shit, yeah. Talk about that motherfucker.
Yeah,
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, y'all was talking about Fulton like he was gonna give Inoue some problems.
Who's y'all, nigga? Not me. Nigga, I'm the last person you'll see read over. Well, I think this so and so is gonna give it. Nigga, I think I spoke up TJ Dehaney more than Fulton.
I picked Inoue to obviously beat and stop Fulton around the same time, but I expected to be more competitive. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be a blank.
I did. Yeah, I mean, I picked Inoue to pick.
He's been the least competitive out of Inoue's fights.
I can't even give Fulton a true round in that fight. That's crazy to me because
I don't know if Fulton even beats these niggas that Inoue just beat. Like, I know people like Fulton's a better fighter than Tapales and Neri and Dehaney. Like, nigga, where we at right now? I gotta see the motherfucker. Ain't no goddamn he better because no, you don't lose like that, and I'ma just say you're clearly better than these niggas.
And real quick, I want to mention to Pete's point about about Fulton, complaining about that. It's kind of funny that the guy he beat for the belt, Angelo Leo, had the PBC issues, didn't fight after he lost, went to pro box, got 2-3 wins, and became the most unexpected 2-division champ. And has Fulton even fought since then? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of crazy.
Fulton has been Fulton got paid because that's what he
got a fat payday. But I mean, in the past year, Angelo Leo has won like 2 or 3 fights and won a title with knockout of the year.
Leo's career is up here. Fulton's career like right here. Even though Fulton has a win over him, that's the crazy part.
Yeah, and 126.
Like if you were to say like, yo, whose career you want right now? Most niggas be like, shit, Leo, niggas. What the fuck? Like, I don't know when Fulton gonna fight.
I think it's a 2-division champ. Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, Fulton's unified, but
yeah, and don't get me wrong, we like Fulton. We like how he fights, whatever. But Fulton has got to kind of stay off. If he's got to talk about the fight, he could just say, "Man, it just wasn't my night." But dude's been coming up with 1,001 excuses.
But he was good for a bit. But the thing is, because it's been recent, Fulton was okay. He wasn't making excuses. But lately, I think he's been stir crazy because he ain't fought. And it's just
that's what it is. So he's looking at that fight more than he should. And since he ain't been active to put another performance memory above that, all he can focus on that shit.
because before all he was complaining about was not fighting and being inactive. But I never seen him really bitch about that.
At this point, I'd just be like, yo, nigga, I fight for damn 20 racks. Just get me on a card. Let me beat the shit out of somebody. So when I think about my last fight, I was beating the shit out of somebody, and it's not me acting like I'm going against a school bully.
Yeah, and of course it
Word
doesn't
to
help.
roll.
It doesn't help you because Monster's fought 3 times since that fight, and ESPN
That make it worse.
and ESPN does not shy away in showing Monster beating Fulton. Like, ESPN as a platform, yes, because that's one of their like most viewed clips now. Monster, all variations of Monster beating up Fulton, and I know that drives Fulton fucking crazy. All that shit.
Yeah, because Inouye's beat up people after him, and everybody just goes back to the Fulton knockout. Like,
exactly.
Even on TikTok, no, I could put whatever happens on after that fight. Nothing has reached the 556,000 views the Inoue Fulton reached on TikTok, and that shit keeps going, bro.
Yeah. Because it's pretty much it's unfortunate that Fulton is a victim of Monster's like magnum opus as a fighter, like it is right now, but it's
But he knew the risk, dude. You're from America, everybody was hyping you up, and you bought into the hype, like you got paid for it, though. Shit, like at least he knew to damn make the decision to get the bag. Right. Can speak for some of these other niggas. Shout out JP, what it do? Inoue looked like he was working on new things inside the ring tonight while beating him down. I like the way he worked his way into range to work the body. His pacing was great. Wasn't no rush to his powers. Thank you, bro. I wholeheartedly agree. And the reason why I agree so much because the way he had his hands up and he was trying to walk dude down, I felt like he was almost misjudging. There was something with the timing that was throwing him off because you're not supposed to eat 3 lead lefts in a fucking row. I don't care how great you are. It's just that just doesn't happen, like, bro. So you got to be working on something if you're just gonna be like bow,
right,
bow. Nigga hit him like 3 times. Like, motherfucker, turn, do something. Like, so that's the only shit that really pissed me off with the. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If he didn't have a chin and he got buckled with one of those, and I would have been like, oh, because. There was like 2 of them was hard. It was a couple sequences like that, but yeah, Inoue did what he did. Like, he never seems it's assertive, but he's never in a rush.
Right.
And because that's how you want to box.
Yeah, it's basically like you actually. I don't think that you would want to see a fighter like mature, show the maturation and like okay, this is what this is what I'm doing now. And I'm still effective. I'm still elite, But again, like I said, I guess people have high standards of Monster, and like okay, and then people are prematurely say, "Oh, the aging Monster." Like, no, Monster isn't aging. Like, we've seen aging fighters. Barroso is on that card. That's an aging fighter. If you saw him fight, that is a motherfucker that's aging. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, Monster is not that. Monster.
Canelo aging. What was that fight last year he had with that the British dude, the Ryder? That's an aging fighter. That's one of the recent performances of somebody aging.
Yeah.
Like, God, do y'all know what aging looks like? Like,
yeah. So it's just like Monster is just like saying, I get it. You want to see Monster beat. You're like basically you're like, okay, yeah, who's got fight at 122? So basically now the plan is, Goodman's going to be next in December. Still fighting 3 times a year, and then Bob is going to bring him over to Vegas to fight on a doubleheader with Nakatani, and then eventually, Monster and Nakatani fight will happen in Japan after that. So that's basically the outline for Monster, and this is good too because you don't see elite fighters having this type of like that's the thing with every single time you hear what Monster is doing next, it's largely true. Like he's doing this, like
it's always a plan, and boxing needs more of that. It's just like how like De La Hoya in the 90s. It's like if you had a certain couple fighters buzzing, you already know De La Hoya was looking at making a fight with them.
Yeah,
that's what boxing needs. I'm glad Inoue does that.
Inoue is a no cap fighter, nigga. It's no cap in his rap. He just gets straight to it. If he tell you he trying to do something, that means that's what his team is trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. There's always transparency with him, and that's what very few fighters have this type of transparency. Like, there's no bullshit. There's no nonsense in the about negotiations, which we'll get into shortly. About no, he's just like, he tells you, it's like, oh yeah, no, he's fighting his other IBF mandatory, and then this, and we expect that all three of these fights they talk about are going to happen as long as there's no upsets of some sort.
Yeah. And when I look at it, like, he fights all three guys, that's like he's fighter of the year almost by default, because it's like he's actively fighting contenders, champion level, world class fighters the whole year.
Yeah. So
who's fighting three people in the top 10 or their division or whatever in a year? Like, especially when they're making the money Inoue's making.
Right, exactly. So you motherfuckers could say, "Oh,
these niggas start touching a couple mil." They're like, "Well, hold on, I gotta fight once a year now."
Well, yeah, let me space these bitches out.
Yeah, it's like, wait, hold on. I just fought July. Nigga, I can't fight September too.
Niggas like, yo, I can't spend my $2 million if I'm training.
Yo, honestly, I legit think niggas actually say that shit. Like, they'll legit be like, I mean, man, I just made $5 million, bro. I can't.
You think about it. You've been training 6 months. You get your fight. You win big purse, $1 million. And they're like, yo, nigga, 4 months. We need you back at it. I'm like, nigga, I'm about to go to Barbados. I'm about to go on a trip.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like the niggas who love boxing enough and they train, even when they're on their off time and they don't have a fight lined up, they're still hit the gym at least maybe 3 times a week.
These niggas fight like how Jake Paul should be fighting. Like, Jake Paul should just be taking these cash grabs and chilling. Jake Paul get out the ring and be like, all right, go to Twitter, like, who wants me next type shit.
Yeah, exactly. I swear, it's like, it's so off. Like,
that nigga, it don't make sense. It's like, yo, why is the nigga that's not a real boxer? Well, now you can't even say Jake Paul not a real boxer. He done fought boxers, MMA fighters, all types of niggas. Fucking
the fact that he's getting, like, he's legitimizing his approach to an extent where other niggas is like, you begging for them to just do certain shit a certain way, and it's like, wow.
Like, Jake Paul almost had more professional fights than I had street fights already, nigga. It's just crazy. And he just started. How long has it been since he started this bullshit?
Yeah, because I doubt he had many street fights and like real life fights.
No, what do you have? Like 9, 10 fights already?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah,
it only lost 1.
Yup. Yeah. He didn't take as much punches as Takai.
Facts. And JP, yes, Inoue is supposed to fight Sam Goodman in December. That's the plan that they said. So I mean, Monster's gonna fight again, and because the IBF mandatory is, the IBF is making shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure with IBF they'll probably have some. I mean, at least this one's like a normal Mando. It's overdue for Monster. He's gonna fight him, and it's cool. Yeah, we have no.
It's gonna look like the Butler fight,
Yeah. Yeah. So,
dude,
but
run away.
But so just to wrap this portion up, so the motherfuckers that keep hanging on Monster is like, I don't know why. Like, if you like I say, if you say he doesn't have no competition, you have platforms. Like, it's not that hard to kind of research who's in his division. Like, it's not like motherfucker like if you can follow how shitty the middleweight division is, which is one of the bigger divisions, then you can take your time to actually take and see, okay, what's going on in the lower divisions, which has stronger competition than that fucking division, like way stronger competition. So it's it doesn't take that much, to actually say the right things.
Especially if you a boxing media account, a big platform, you got thousands of followers, like, and you try to, if you're one of these trolling ass accounts, then yeah, fine, say what the fuck you want. But if you take yourself serious, then like, yo, put some serious thought and research behind your thoughts, bro. Like, because this shit is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
y'all try to force a narrative, and then y'all make up a narrative and then y'all lie to yourself so the narrative will be true. Like, well,
Right.
yeah, Inoue looks old because I don't know this old nigga he's fighting is actually pretty fucking good and respectable.
Facts.
But nah, it's easier to just say Inoue's old, he's getting washed up. Yeah, Susu character is gonna be ready for him by the end of 2025.
Yeah, yeah.
That's more of a tweet for you niggas. Fuck you niggas. Like that's what y'all really want to tweet. But niggas like me ain't letting y'all tweet that shit because we on y'all fucking neck.
Yeah.
Because we telling y'all like, well, no, this guy is actually pretty good. And we told you on the podcast that it was expected. Most of us predicted middle round KO. Anything was like from 5 to 7. If you look, the most of the action from Inoue took place in those 2 rounds between 5 and 7. Like, like if we ain't the most accurate niggas when it come to Inoue on the boxing Twitter or whatever, like I don't know what it is. Like, but yeah, like I'm hereby henceforth thus ignore thy competition in regards to Inoue.
Yeah,
like you niggas is whack. Y'all niggas is like a bag of wet noodles, nigga. Y'all just trash. Like y'all dust.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting until Monster face. And like I said, I mean, I saw the tweets with the Shushu, and like I said, Shushu, and like I said, we like Shushu.
Shoo away from that discussion. This nigga ain't ready.
Yeah, you know, I know, but I get it. We're not boys. We know why because we mentioned the reason why.
Listen, we like Carrington, but now's not the time for that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I mean, I know the reason why y'all saying his name. You know, and like I said, and this is the same shit why we had pushback with when niggas was talking that Fulton shit to us in the chat, and you know we had to kind of push back on that, and then but luckily at least those cats came back and got their smoke. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like
28. He doesn't have a belt yet. He hasn't beat a champion yet. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, at least a former champ even. You know what I mean? You know, he hasn't. You know.
Yeah,
his step ups haven't been his step ups have been really slow. You know,
dude, I ain't gonna lie. Susu would have to be fighting 5 times next year to be ready for Monster in 2026.
Yeah.
If that's not happening next year, and I'm talking about these got to be contender level, get you ready type fights. No more showcase fights because if y'all want him to be ready for this nigga, y'all gonna have to accelerate this path. Like
I don't see Monster losing anytime soon though.
Same here, really.
Yeah, not 122, 126. There are people that can
126. Yeah, Espinosa's a tough match and shit. You know,
like if you notice, the only way niggas can fish for a loss for this nigga is trying to shop him around in weight classes. Like, oh well, if he goes here, he might lose to this nigga.
That's all it is. Like
niggas never like it's like when Floyd fight, it's like, oh. Niggas never want to say, "Oh, this nigga's good." It's like, well, if he moved up in weight and fought this nigga, I don't know if he'll have the same results. It's like,
if he boxing with a pebble in his left shoe, I don't think he'd move around as good.
Right.
Like,
I don't think if his laces was untied, I don't think he got the same footwork. Like, nigga,
if he sprained his thumb, you know, I don't think he'd get off the left hook like that. Like, wait, what? Like,
let him get his wins. Nobody's respecting his wins. I don't get it. Is it because he's Japanese?
That's what it is, really. Like,
I don't know, bro. Like,
Americans.
Maybe him and Meg Thee Stallion need to do a collab or something.
Akashi Wasta type.
If it's not lightweight, like 135, I'm just gonna speak for the average casual boxing fan. If it's not 135, you know, at least, you know, usually, you know, lower weights don't get respect anyway, for the most part, in terms of American, you know.
That's true. But this nigga's knocking niggas out. They're not just throwing. He's not throwing.
Yeah, he's no longer a casual, like, for the casuals anymore.
I mean, how often do you hear about Mark Two Shop Johnson or fucking Kevin Kelly? You never hear about them.
The average, unfortunately, the average casual fan doesn't really care about the rice weights.
But look,
we can't even talk about the hardcores get it wrong too with this nigga.
It's not like he's throwing 3,000 punches.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, LB. Even the hardcores, even a lot of them don't be fucking with the rice weights. So, you know.
Yeah, so it's like you can't even like it's literally just us and maybe a handful of other people, and that's it. And then everybody else is like with agendas and shit. Like,
I mean, you know, usually in America, welterweight is kind of the you know, Tank's an anomaly to me. I'm just saying, like, usually welterweight is like the actual star, about the attention. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, lightweights, dude.
Lightweight, yeah, lightweight. Yeah,
It's about the fights being made.
Too. There's been plenty of lightweight guys that have,
Dude, remember when Corrales, Castillo, all them niggas was popping?
Yeah,
Dude, remember when Hamed, Morales? Dude, it's the fights being made right now. And I blame boxing media for this too. They're not doing a good job of telling the stories about Inoue's opponents.
I mean, hear me out. Tank, Ryan Haney for the 135, 140. It's been a while since it's been popping. I'm just saying for American urban, just that kind of fan base, for the average American fan, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it was popping before and after Crawford at 140.
I mean, it was popping for us hardcores, but I mean, Josh Taylor wasn't moving the needle like Ryan Garcia and shit. And in terms of American,
No, but see, the difference is a division of pop. If you're constantly having good fights in that division, that's why all of that shit worked. But when you have one good fight every 2 years in a division, then it don't matter how popular that division is or how big that name is, it just ain't gonna pop. Remember, when we talk about all these divisions, we don't just mention one name. We start talking about, okay, remember, Barrera fought Morales this many times, then Morales and Kevin Kelly, then Kevin Kelly and Ahmed, then Steve Nelson fought this nigga, then Alfredo Vasquez fought that nigga. You start ending up talking about fights, and then you're like, okay, yeah. Then what happens is the cream rises to the top, and you start remembering the one or two names who dominate. With these other niggas, it's just a bunch of names. No one's really just fighting like that. You're not getting these constant good fights. That's what makes people pay attention. You got to have more than just one good fight. Look. If we want to give the Turkey his props, if the heavyweight would just only have one good fight or two good fights since he stepped in. But since he stepped in, we've had some good, decent heavyweight scraps.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm saying. It's like when good fights make the division good, not the fighter, really, bro.
Right, because you heard me talk about the whole 130 fade era, where you see Salidos, you see fucking like the Burchells, you see fucking.
And their arenas were full, nigga. I don't remember seeing those fights in damn little small clubhouse venues where it's like 20 niggas in there and shit.
Yeah, like
it didn't look like a Brian Norman Jr. fight, like
like your Rocky Martinez, all them shits, like, and them niggas were brawling so much, like it was, then they eventually they all wore down like that. Like the fights made that division pop, like 130 pop.
There's not one name that's really killing it now. In a way, different. He's the biggest name, but you got to have more fights in that division, like.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, he's keeping the division alive, and especially if he's fighting fucking 3 times this year. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like you only pray that fighters today will do that. Like, I mean, like they're actually fighting a top 10. They're not fighting no bullshit or anything like that.
It's like he the only nigga on the label that's like, all right, fuck it. I got a plan. I'm gonna drop this mixtape. Then I got the EP. Then I'm gonna drop the double album. Everybody else is still stuck on what's their single for their album gonna be like. That's the difference between Inoue, man. But we didn't get this enough bars, man. But somebody else got to get some bars, though, man. Pat, you can set this one off.
Yeah, no, because obviously, there's a lot of, again, like there's a lot of negotiations going on in the in the public lately. But the one that's been kind of like scratching my head on like why people are trying to kind of spin this narrative is the one between current IBF welterweight champion Jerome Boots Ennis and newly crowned WBO welterweight champion Brian Norman Jr. And I'll preface with Brian Norman Jr. Like, again, Brian Norman Jr. was probably one more fight away from being cut from TR because I unfortunately I was in the house for his first 2 top-ranked fights, and they weren't good. Like, one was awful to watch, and the other one he would have lost if he didn't conveniently take the no contest in the fight that he got dropped in, and he was losing on the cards.
Were you at the Boca Chica or because he fought Randall too. So which one? Because he had three.
I was at the Boca Chica fight.
He got dropped bad. He got dropped.
Yeah,
bad.
he got dropped and he was hurt and everything like that. And then he didn't want to continue because he tried to use like I think some
that was a get out of jail card, and they're gonna cut him. They're gonna cut him bad after.
Yeah, they were gonna cut him off that because Boca Chica was winning that fight. So but basically Brian Norman caught lightning in the bottle at the right fucking time, facing Giovanni Santillan, and and like I said, shout out to Pilot. Pilot was the one who kind of kept the faith. Where I thought Santillan was, yeah.
On the road, because we weren't high on Santillan. I know he had the Roca performance, but he's,
I wasn't high on him, but the Roca performance was unexpected because Santillan never looked that fucking good
ever.
And I'm like,
ever.
okay, maybe Santillan's peaking at the right time, and then Brian Norman beats the shit out of him, like gives him the worst fucking beating, takes a 0 and everything, and I'm like, that's boxing. I'm like, and I get it, Brian Norman.
Do you think it's an anomaly though?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Which fighter do you think is
more
likely?
The Norman win?
Which nigga do you expect more? The nigga that comes in there and whoops ass, or the nigga that quits on himself?
The nigga that kicks and whoops ass. Shit.
No, but
Which one do you expect out of him?
Because Norman was on BOK Prime, had a high KO percentage. He was known for like the give and Tank and Crawford spar. He got some clout off the spar, being up in sparring or whatever. So when he went to Top Rank, I was kind of excited because there was a void at welterweight, and I think the first fight he had was against a Japanese guy he dropped but couldn't stop him, and then he's looked mid against that Randall guy. He won against Randall, but then that Boca Chica. So it's like,
it's like like you just didn't expect too much more. You just expected some bullshit, but like I said, he won the fight, and he got his props for that. So basically, it's like okay. So the welterweight division obviously is moving into a new era, and so it's like so basically we got these champions right there. Okay, let's try to make a unification because the IBF unfortunately was starting to call for boots and it's like, hey bro, like you're gonna have to run back that fight with Karen, like if unless you get a unification going, and Barrios didn't want to unify at all. Stanionis, he wasn't upgraded then, didn't want the fight or anything like that. So it's like, Norman he's fully upgraded by then. Crawford gave up the belt. It's like, okay, let's make this fight. Let's do this in good faith, and and then hey, and truthfully, the fight would still bust because Norman, although he's not known to the casuals, Norman is still a champion. It's like, okay. We got 2 African-American fighters on here. We got one that's known to be, one of the GOAT level sparring partners for top level fighters.
23-year-old undefeated, 23-year-old undefeated, big
undefeated. They're both undefeated. They're both champions. Like it basically a story could be manifested to sell this fight in some fashion.
And you got to remember, look, boxing is so dead that Brian fucking Norman is getting talked about like he's Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
That's the type of attention he was getting. So this is unheard of for his level of talent and shit.
I think he's decent. He's young, and he's decent talented. I think he's not horrible.
Bro, let's stop, bro. Like, I was telling my sister earlier before the podcast, I was like, yo, from a talent perspective, I don't even think he's as talented as Jip. Yeah. The the nigga that was with Paul Williams before he started getting knocked out from everybody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's there's room for improvement, but his dad being a former boxer, and all that. I just think he's young enough where he's not, fundamentally he's okay. I'm just saying. And
he's okay, but he's not one of these. Look, like I tell you, like like a guy like Angelo Leo, he doesn't look spectacularly impressive when you see him, but he looks solid.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Brian don't even be looking like that sometimes.
Yeah.
He looked good in his last fight.
Well, yeah, that's the last.
Finally, nigga, yes.
Yeah, like I said.
Look, imagine you go to your job for 10 years, and then one day somebody says, "Damn, Pilot, you did a good job today." Like, finally. Like, you made the coffee the right way, nigga. You put 2 creamers in the motherfucker. Like, you really hooked up the Keurig today. Like, You only had 10 fucking years, goddammit. Like, nigga, like, really?
Yeah, exactly. So we're thinking like,
Y'all ain't gonna lie, yo, Ringo, we say what the fuck we gotta say, nigga. Everybody run their fucking mouth, nigga. We running our mouth tonight. Fuck
I mean,
that.
you want me to pause? You want me to? I have the poll up. You want me to say it real quick?
well, no, not yet,
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah,
Not yet. Yeah, but
Man,
it's,
when you kind of like chill, nigga.
yeah, no, but I mean, obviously, negotiations like, okay, Eddie's like, yeah, we'll offer you like $1.7 million or whatever. And
No. Hey, remember, 3 offers to tell you gotta tell it better.
Right,
It was
right,
like $1 million, then it went to 1.5 million, then the last offer was 1.7.
yeah, which is and then fucking
Astronomical for this nigga.
But what happens is Norman's manager, Adrian Clark, because he's on Twitter, it was doing all these wild breakdowns, like, oh yeah, 1.7 will amount to $400,000 net, which doesn't make a bit of sense to me because I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
No. He said 1.5 mil will go to turn into 810,000. So
because Top Rank takes like
the way he said it was that Top Rank takes like if you want to walk across go across the side of the street to fight
like
Top
300,000, right? Something 300,000.
20%. It's 20%.
20%, yeah.
So 20% of 1.5 million, which is 300,000.
Yeah, right off top, 3,000 gets taken away.
300,000 off top, and then 10% to his trainers, 10% to his manager, and then 3% for both belts, since he'd be fighting for both belts.
Right, yeah.
So
and, of course, and taxes is like 40% for the fighters.
So at the end, it would come out to like 810,000, which is still more than he's gotten paid in a
Dude, but that was off 1.5. He ain't do this math off the 1.7.
Yeah.
If you do that math off the 1.7, going off how he clears $1 million or what 975,000.
No, but Adrian was like, I want Brian Norman to at least walk away with at least 1.2 million after everything, which I did the numbers on Brunch Boxing. I said for him to get that, he would have to get like 2.3 million, and Brian Norman is not getting no 2.3.
Right. Yeah. Neither of that is like it's like if you don't want to do that, then and truthfully, niggas are trying to blame Eddie for this. Eddie is not. Eddie is like, okay, look.
And we're super critical of Eddie, bro.
Yeah,
and we're not even blaming Eddie on this. That's them niggas.
Yeah, no. Eddie's offering the money, but they just want let's put it because they didn't think that Norman would get a belt, but they're okay. Look, man, we're gonna try to get this slick. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see if we can try to get the juice from Matchroom and DAZN from this, and because they know 1.7 is good for what they're doing.
1.7 is great for them. The dude would have walked away with a clear $1 million.
But
they're tripping on. Dude, remember guys like Arturo, like guys like Mickey Ward, Israel Vasquez, these niggas had to fight, give you fight of the years back to back, brain damage before niggas was like, all right, I guess we could give you $1 million for the third fight. Like the third fight, motherfucker. Like really? Like these niggas is getting it off of unification, off a fluke performance.
Right.
Come on.
And then of course they walked away. And what made it worse was like, okay, if you're gonna walk away from this, I mean, obviously we know where Boots had to fight. Then you got basically your lateral move has to be somewhere on that level. So basically they got himself a setup for him to fight as the co-main to Keyshawn Davis, step up fight
in a high school auditorium somewhere in America.
And his dad, I mean, I watch the Boxing Voice pretty much every day. His dad was on there like a lot, but his dad was on there today saying now like it's not even due to all the negotiating and all that. Like he doesn't even, it hasn't been keeping up with. He's going to be on that card, but it's not like set in stone type of thing at this point.
Oh, but either way, I mean, he's clearly not fighting a top 5 fighter in his division. Maybe fighting a top 10 in his division.
This Mexican guy's name was like #1 contender or some bullshit.
And you see Teofimo's gaining weight. He's training with Canelo. He looked like he's 155. But so they're trying to get him that fight. But I guarantee you, and if they say he gets more, they're lying. That's a safe face. But Top Rank is super cheap. You can't shout out to Marquise.
I was gonna say Top Rank is not exactly known for throwing around big money.
Look, I'll put it in perspective real quick. First of all, Top Rank ain't gonna get his nigga 1.7 for him to fight Tio.
Yeah.
And remember, and this is a non-unification fight. That's just him defending his belt against Tio. He ain't gonna make 1.7.
Right.
That's one. Second of all, if you remember, a motherfucking, I think Chris Algieri got 2.20 or 2.5 or 2.2 million for Pacquiao. And this is Chris Algieri who beat a fucking Ruslan Provodnikov.
Now that was a while ago. I mean, the persons have a little larger now, but that was like a
No, wait. Wait, niggas was getting larger purses back then. Let's just
yeah, fair. Okay, you're right.
remember back then PBC niggas niggas was wanting $4 million for that type of fight.
Mm-hmm.
Top Rank underpaid Chris Algieri, but you know what? He still took that because, nigga, where else I'm gonna go and get this fucking money from?
Yeah, no, again, I mentioned how Norman's on. I remember when he first won the belt, his dad was on there saying he wanted that Boots fight to marinate. So I already knew, like, he said that way back, like a few months ago, I wanted to marinate. So I feel like, I said off air, I feel like he's using this a little bit, it's a duck, clearly, ugly duck, but
yeah,
Norman's name got out there, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Miss 702.
Salute Miss 702, what it do?
But to be honest,
appreciate it.
3 weeks ago, right? Norman's name wasn't buzzing really that much. I mean, he had the belt, but this kind of, unfortunately, in a way, boosted his profile. He got to win though, because if he loses, he's gonna get shat on bad. But if
it ain't no fucking bro. Look, he walked away empty-handed. Ain't no this little temporary buzz in a slow summer of boxing ain't shit. You cannot translate, bro. You know what? You know what that amount of buzz that he generated. You know the financial. Miss 702 just donated the amount of money he made on his buzz this summer.
real quick. Let me just put the poll up and bring it up, and we'll go from there real quick. So we did do a poll at Ring Game Radio on Twitter. Check us out. And we asked, did Brian Norman Jr. and his team price themselves out? We got 36 votes, a couple of days left, with 47% saying yes, 33% saying no, and 20% saying it was for clout. All clout.
Yeah, it was a clout and it was a duck, like straight up, like
yeah,
like let's say because there ain't no way you're gonna you get a high profile fight like this, but you only to take a fight to be a co-main on a prospect's step up fight. Like the math doesn't math that way. Like the ain't no like it doesn't make no sense. If you're facing if you were facing like a Tio or somebody like that, or somebody that was like maybe a top 3 welterweight, hey, good for you. Like, okay, that's a lateral move. Like, we can't say shit.
But they banking on this dude like he's been having these lights out performances back to back and shit. Like, bro, finally it's like telling your kid to clean up his room for like 11 years, and then on the 12th birthday, you get him a new bike. His room is clean or some shit. Like, bro, like
I did hear
finally, nigga.
I did hear Tio did turn down a Friday date. I think he even said in an interview that, or his dad.
Yeah, Tio. And that's on him. Like, if he's
obviously the goal.
All these niggas are just making dumbass moves to me, bro. Like, it's like none of these niggas really want to box and have a career.
Tio's thing is probably, he don't want to go right up to that weight. His confidence is, he hasn't been looking good. So, I mean, I think, right, Norman could be. I mean, Norman's a bigger guy at welterweight, you know what I'm saying? So maybe he wants to, get a proper,
he's not
proper time or whatever to grow into the division if he moves up. But
niggas be on bullshit. Let's just say what it really is. Niggas just be on bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Niggas have a little bit of talent and they misuse it. That's what it is.
Yeah, like I said, if Norman and his manager and his father think they're gonna get 1.7 from Top Rank, whatever, like no. The only time that Top Rank will actually throw some money around is if they're confident that their fighter can actually beat a lesser champion or something like a Hooker Saucedo thing. Like Top Rank overpaid. That was something serious, only for Saucedo to get beat down by Hooker on national TV. And they get Hooker.
Remember, Saucedo had a following. Yeah. He's giving good performances. He's buzzing. Dude, Norman never had any amount of Saucedo buzz in his career.
That's also facts.
Ever. And that's why when niggas on Twitter is like, yo, y'all underestimating him, and he's known in Atlanta. I'm like, known for what?
He's not known for nothing. Atlanta.
Like, nobody knows this nigga. Like, what y'all? But you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just be honest, yo. I'm gonna be super fucking honest. That dude don't have any real niggas in this camp, or he don't have no annoying girl or woman in his camp or his ear. And I'm gonna be honest, because there's no way. And let's assume everybody's on boxing Twitter, LinkedIn as much as we are.
Right.
There's no way you're not questioning that nigga or looking at him sideways for turning down 1.7 mil when the most he's ever made was 100K.
Yeah, he's slow. That's slow.
Dude, imagine a nigga baby mom, son. You come home from the gym and shorty's like just cooking and be like, hey, so
How was the gym?
how was the gym? He was like,
He was
okay, it was good, got sparred.
Like, these niggas offer me 1.7, but I don't think I'm worth more than that. Like, nigga, we live in a single family home, nigga.
like, baby, how much you made your last fight?
Nigga,
100K.
We live in a condo, nigga. What the fuck you mean you make enough money, nigga?
Like, dude, like, you couldn't, like, so, hey, so, I think I could really, my people, they think I should kind of gamble on myself. Like, I'm still 23. I'm undefeated. I got a belt. Like, I could line up some defenses. I could do a meet and greet at Roscoe's. I got this collab idea with Keith Lee. I could fight under a Keyshawn Davis undercard.
These boxers are taking notes from the basketball players and the football players, but they're doing it backwards. See, the basketball players, Steph Curry got $62 million for 1 year because he brought them niggas rings, and he's been winning for like 10 years.
Right.
Fucking the football players, Trent Williams can go get his money because he's been protecting niggas his whole life. And he can go and get that money now because niggas seen him in action. They know what he's about. Even though he's at the tail end of his career, it's like, hey man, you done everything. You can get paid and fuck it. Niggas is trying to get paid before they put in the work. And it don't make sense.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it's like we're not gonna pay to watch you fight. We're not gonna pay to watch you fight when you got 10 fights and half of them were mid, nigga.
And you're going, it's not like, thank you. It's not like he's knocking everybody out. He's like a little boogeyman.
No,
he got highlight you could show.
You got to put in the work and niggas will pay you. That's how it goes.
These niggas don't want to do that. Like,
niggas
bro,
is denying, niggas is denying like
real niggas around it.
Like, nigga, come on, yo.
Dude, imagine, look. Imagine, could you believe this nigga, you training at the gym, you working the heavy bag, and this nigga walk in the door, and you're his homeboys and shit, and you're like, hey, man, the niggas trying you on Twitter, bro. Like, what's good? You're not gonna take the offer?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man. Like, bro, that's like 1.7. Like, nigga. Like, can you really be around a nigga who was making such a blatant, idiotic move? Like, I couldn't wrap my hands in peace around that nigga. Like,
facts.
Like, dude, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, even like you ain't got no real ride or down, baby, bro. Like, you gonna lie, like, nigga, you would have like, everybody would desert you, my nigga.
Well, look, Canelo was crying for bread, and you just walking away from bread, nigga.
Like, nigga, like 1 point, you up here like, I'd be like, 1.7, man. But after taxes, that's only like a million. You know what I mean? That's like 975K.
Yeah, and I gotta pay my team, so I'm only walking away with like 400. That's not enough.
Yeah. Like, nigga, like, wait, hold on. So 1.6, you start doing like, what's that? The movie with the Hangover, nigga, where all the equations, the meme, all the numbers and equations start popping up in his head and shit. Like,
yeah.
Every time I see this nigga in the gym, I'm gonna be like, nah, I couldn't be a family member at the crib. Like I just know, bro. I couldn't be no check around this nigga, no dude, no uncle, no nobody. Cause every time I see this nigga, I'll just be like 1.7. This nigga turned down 1.7.
I mean, I'll say this for Brian Norman. I just hope to God that he doesn't lose his belt in his versatile defense, because the Winky Wright School of Business will have a new name.
No. We not waiting. We renaming that shit now. Nah. Shout out to Winky Wright. He a legend. Even though some people say he didn't make perfect moves, or he didn't make all the best moves, because nobody's perfect. Mm-hmm. He still ended up with big fights and big wins, which is a lot more than a lot of you niggas can say out there. So peep the artwork and King P with the picture, salute. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's the Brian Norman School of Boxing, School of Business now, right?
Yeah. So it's like Brian, let's just hope that you.
He got two fucking first names. That's why he doing that stupid shit.
But the fucked up thing is now, because that they walked away, and niggas thinking like, haha, Eddie can't deliver a fight for Boots. Boots is now at the whim of the IBF, who was pretty much told him, was like, look, you're gonna fight Karen, and then they had the purse bid today, and Matchroom lost the purse bid to fucking, which is, and again, Matchroom, again, I'm not blaming Matchroom, because Matchroom probably didn't want to air this fight, and rightfully
he got to move up, but they ain't got nobody for him to move up and fight. But and this is another, and this is where I said he shouldn't fucking go to Matchroom, and I said this before, because somehow, always the case, Eddie always looks out for his European boxers, his Euro guys over the American, and it never fails. Case in point, Boacek and Madrimov already have fucking a fight lined up for each other on the undercard of Fury Usyk rematch.
Supposedly, we don't.
But there's no. But that's two names off the table for Boots, and that's your main guy. That you just signed, and you just didn't deliver a big fight for him for his hometown, so you got him a little decent fight, and now it's like the unification ain't work. That's not your fault. That was a ducking ass nigga you had to fuck with. So hey, but it's just I'm not feeling too
Boots is dropping
optimistic about this.
Boots is dropping the belt, and he's going up to 154.
Yeah.
He's not fighting in Germany. Bro. He's not fighting in Germany.
And the funny thing is, of course, it would play out like this. So if he drops the belt, Kara is the number one contender. Guess who's next in line?
Ben.
Fucking Conor Ben. Like,
but Sasaki's right behind him, so I think Ben will pass on it. And
you can't make this shit up.
Yeah. So, you see how everything always just works out conveniently for the European guys? That's all I'm saying. Like, the stars always magically align for them niggas, but for some reason, they just never get it right for the fucking Black American. Never. Mm-hmm. Like it could be a case done on. It could be a case study on this. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, it's right there. Like, you see it. Never. Like, it's always you have Saunders, Callum Smith, Andre, Canelo, Munguia. All these niggas get money fights. Who the fuck Andre gets?
Oh yeah, I mean he got booed. He got booed to carry the fight on the Tank undercard. He's not doing that. He's not running back that again. But Madrimov sounds good, but I want Madrimov to get rebuilt. Like I don't think Madrimov would want to take that fight unless it was for a title. You know what I mean? So I mean,
yeah, but that's a fight. If you win that fight, you're a title fight right there. After that, like.
I'm just saying, Boots should have, moved up and tried to get the 154 title, or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Now he's kind of like, but luckily, I think 154 guys aren't going to quote unquote duck him any. I think they'll be ready. They'll fight him.
Yeah, it's just a fucked up situation that the IBF is making him go through. Like, if he keeps the belt, he has to go through the Mando, or he gets stripped, And it was just like, yeah, it's like, and it's a fight. And I mean, it'd be one thing if Karen had actually, beating like a named guy or something like that, that you can actually sell the fight. Okay, he beat a top guy. Let's run this back. But yeah, there's little interest because Boots didn't look good in that Karen fight, and it was just like
Karen ain't do nothing to even deserve, like.
Yeah.
So it's like worthless. Like IBF could suck a dick on that shit. Like,
yeah, it's
like, all I know is like Norman Ducking ass made all this shit happen because it was right there, layup, and he said, "You know what? Let me pass it to the guy selling nachos in the 5th row."
Yeah. So yeah, but like I said though, but it just kills me though just to see niggas thinking that Brian Norman is like did something good. I'm like, in what fucking universe? And this is the shit. This was the all the shit goes like in what universe?
The only positive is his name is a little bit more,
That's no dude. That's comparing like he's a little more popular in school because he shitted his pants in front of everybody in the cafeteria.
I didn't check it, but I bet you he got a decent amount of when you social media followers and shit like that. I mean, I bet I can guarantee that. So it's not like I mean, yeah.
Oh, so the blind leading the blind.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, he got a bunch of other dumb motherfuckers that follow him.
You know how it goes, man.
But like I get the whole devil's advocate shit, but this is like horrible. Like,
no, I'm just saying it's a complete duck. I voted yes. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that I think somebody on the Kali mentioned it that like all the posts about Boost on his IG, he wiped them off. Like, I didn't confirm it. If y'all confirmed it, then well, damn, then that show you was pure clout. Like, you're not even trying to keep any evidence to remind your dumb ass of that shit. Right. So that means you don't even want to fight him eventually because leaving this up allows the marination you talked about.
Right.
So that means all that marination shit is just lying. Because you can't pop some shit. You can't just say something, then take it down and be like, oh yeah, it didn't say shit, I'm just letting it marinate. But every time you pop something or you do some video or some shit, you just let it stay up for a couple of days and you take it down.
Yeah, that's whole shit.
That's whole shit. And how can casual fans, if me and Rome are talking to some casuals and we're like, yo, man, yeah, he tried that nigga. They need to fight. Yeah, it's on YouTube. I mean, it's on his page. Nigga, go to his page. Well, nah, I can't find the video. I'm like,
I'm the glasses.
His whole ass took it down.
Like, you know me, I'm the glass got water in it type. A little bit of water in it. You know what I'm saying? So if there was any positive, if he loses, he's gonna get shot on a lot. If he wins, builds up his profile. He's 23, 24. I mean, if he wins and builds it up, but he still lost on a payday he'll probably never see again. But
dude, Norman was fighting on OTX cards and no one knows him. Marquis said that.
Yeah, and for these two, like I was the one like with
this YouTuber is more known than this fucking guy, bro.
Yeah, because I mean, I remember I even made a whole thing because once when BLK Prime started being the thing, and I remember I was like, oh, Brian Norman's on there. I remember it was like a very random shit. It was like it's like okay, like they had because BLK because like he was their marquee fighter on Prime. Before Crawford and company made that shit like known. So it's like, yeah, it was. I mean, that's what he was known for. He wasn't known at all, like, because no one was watching no one was watching boxing on fucking BLK Prime, like no one, not even me. Like, I watch boxing on platforms.
but see, that's the thing. These niggas on Twitter keep acting like he was some known commodity. Like people like tuning into this dude. Like, well, nah, he got a great chance to build his career. This is that like the Adrian Clark nigga. Like when I see the tweets, I'm just like what the fuck are these niggas talking about? Like,
yeah,
build what?
See, but I get and honestly, I mean, it to me it also points to signs that maybe that the title and everything is getting too big for Norman. Like his business, like he's not used to this level of business or whatever. So he just probably got some second rate. Like manager or whatever, just to just be like,
yeah, it is some damn Arena Spoon manager, the fucking Funky Finger production ass niggas from Living Color, your management nigga, like. But dude, I know, but once again, it comes down to boxing and just common sense. Like, you don't need a rocket scientist to convince you to take 1.7 mil when the last fight you had wasn't even 200K.
Right. Like you were
Like, bro,
like he was getting fodder money because Top Rank was banking on Santillan just to win the fucking belt because they had plans for him. They didn't have no plans for Norman.
Niggas constantly in pink slip fights, and then you up here talking about, I could really maximize my. It's like, bro, like maximize what? Like, unless you're gonna just turn everything around and just be the most dominant, spectacular nigga of all time, I just highly doubt that shit.
Right.
Like, just chill. Like, and that's why I said, like, you ain't got no real niggas around you because no real friends would just be cool. Like, you wouldn't have real friends if they know you did this stupid shit. You would have to lie about it and be like, well, I guess you ain't on the team. I guess you ain't. And then I'd be like, I guess you're right. Is that nigga hiring? The nigga who offering 1.7? Like, fuck that. I ain't got to be on the team. Oh, you making moves like this? Because you pretty much like, bro, like, nah, we could not be like, bro, like, you couldn't be we couldn't live in the same house, nigga. Because anytime something go wrong, I'm like, well, if you'd fault that nigga, we'd have a new washing machine. Oh, yeah. Rent wouldn't be past due if you fault that nigga. Like, bro, like that motherfucker would kill me, dog. Like, we'll never hear that, none of that shit. Like, nah, like, you cannot make friends don't let friends do dumb shit like this.
Yeah, facts.
Like, believe in yourself, motherfucker. Like, and another thing, all this shit that niggas was saying, all this running they fucking man pleasers talking about, man, it was always Norman pulling up for smoke on Boots, not the other way around. Then we found out Bozy, Boots' dad was like, man, we stopped that nigga with a body shot in like the third round. Like, oh, that's why them niggas don't pull up on you, because they beat your ass already, nigga.
Yeah.
You don't pull up on a nigga you done whooped up already. Like, then you a bully. Oh, yeah, I want to spar. Yo, you want to spar again? Knowing you done knocked the nigga out last week. And shit wasn't competitive. You just beat the shit out of him. Like niggas just be making up anything. Like, fuck y'all niggas. Y'all hate y'all niggas. Like, y'all horrible. Y'all let niggas make a lifetime. Like, dude got the chance to make life-changing money, bro. And he just said, fuck it. Like, I can't. Nah. The boxing gods got to deal with that one. Like, I'm tapping out of that, though. That's just, that's just wild, bro. Go ahead and run your school of business. And I hope it's successful. When y'all graduate, February 31st, nigga, like, I'll be there.
I mean, go ahead and I hope if Norman does lose his belt his first title defense, I hope y'all keep the same energy and blame Eddie for that too. Like, when you blame, like, it's like did Eddie cause him to lose a championship? Like, like I bet see some consistency about, like,
nigga, I ain't gonna lie, like, the day that happened, we might end up doing an impromptu live that moment, nigga. Like, don't fuck around.
Right.
Nigga, I'll run and be like, hold on, y'all try to do a stream? Nobody, fuck it, hey, bro, wait, fuck it. I turned that shit around, like, hey, nigga, like, should have took that money, motherfucker. Like, nigga, come on, man. Like, nah, like, y'all playing around, bro. Like, I'm disgusted at that shit. Like,
yeah, the whole situation, it's just a horrible look. About negotiations being played out in public and what niggas are actually trying to.
It's having a domino effect. It's like it's causing bad luck on other shit around that division. Like,
yeah, I mean, Lord knows welterweight division is poor. Like, I mean, Stanionis, although he recently got upgraded, but he doesn't have a fight scheduled yet, and he's had all these long layoffs, right? And they have Barrios, who's currently, I think he just had a kid with Figueroa's sister, and he looked mid his last time out. Like, this division needs a shot in the arm. Like, and it's just,
and Norman and fucking Ennis was going to be that shot in the arm. They was the ones who's going to be like, all right, give us a little welterweight bout to look forward to, and
Mm-hmm.
Damn, we can't even get that. And then look what happened. We got this nigga contemplating moving up to 154 when there's nothing at 154 at the moment.
I mean, goddamn, even shitty ass 160 got a fucking unification going, and we didn't even ask for that, but at least they pulled off no bullshit.
Let me ask you real quick: has there ever been a division where the whole division were emailed their belts? I mean, I know, I mean, has there ever been? Can y'all recall? I mean, is this a new thing now? Literally, all 4 champs got their belt because Bud dropped his belts.
I mean, like I say, because it's the 4 belt. So I mean, it depends. I mean, Monster's division. I mean, when Monster gave up the bantamweight, I think it was all vacated. I mean, it's gonna happen.
But it's like back in the day, niggas would fight for. I mean, I know like the guys want to fight to become that, for that position. But it's like I've never seen.
It's like niggas used to fight for the title, like the vacant title more.
Yeah, within what 15 months, no welterweight fights really been popping, and basically all these new champs got their belts via Hotmail.
Yeah, but via email. Yeah, that's the bad thing. Like, except Norman didn't get his. Norman's the only one that didn't necessarily get his belt the email way.
I mean, Bud dropped it for him to become officially the champ, so he
kind of. Yeah, that's true. But they already called the interim for that, and, but then Stadiums was already interim WBA champion, and then Barrios was already interim WBA champion. Yeah, no, it's just weird. Like, they don't fight. Yeah, it's just like, okay, you know what? You don't fight. Hey, fine, we'll just upgrade you.
But because Ennis is the best, Bud ducked Ennis, right? And he dropped it first. I'm just IBF. I'm just saying. You don't hear. I mean, basically, did Bud duck Stadionis and Norman? You know what I'm just saying? Only Ennis. I'm just saying.
Nah, because it's like Bud moved up and he fought Madrimov. I wouldn't say like, and you know how bad I want to see Bud versus Boots.
Of course,
I think it's more so Bud avoided Boots. I wouldn't call it a duck.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's he avoided him. It's a high risk, and the reward isn't really, And plus, we were saying Spence and Crawford weren't going to fight again at 147. It looked horrible during the fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's
in their mid 30s. You know what I'm saying? In their mid 30s.
Yeah, that shit wasn't going to run it back at 147. These niggas already drained out. They waited so long to get that. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
It was always going to be 154, but the thing is, they held up the division so long, and then Terrence Crawford was so inactive, and it almost felt like he could have fought Boots twice by then. so that's why I was like, it ain't really a duck, but he did avoid him a little bit. I know people are going to say, well, he offered the fight twice. I've never heard of that shit officially.
Right.
Everybody always says we offered the fight twice. Where in this magical world was Boots offered the Crawford fight twice? And how come I never hear a dollar amount when that's brought up?
Mm-hmm.
I never hear, oh yeah, we offered the fight for $5 million or $2 million or $3 million or whatever. I never hear. We offer, so that's why I know it's cap. Like the fight, no, y'all just ain't make the fight. It's cool. I ain't saying Crawford. Now Boots move up, which he should do. He could maneuver more into the Crawford fight. But he still got to fight somebody at 154, But I'll say this. More people wanted to see Boots and fucking Crawford fight than they ever wanted to see Golovkin and Wood. And for some reason, I see niggas still talking about that goddamn fight on my timeline today. Y'all niggas give it a rest. The best boxer in the world just fought a crafty, solid opponent, and niggas just talking about a fight that they can't name 5 niggas in real life that wanted to see. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, it's just it's been an interesting month for negotiations and shit.
Yeah, Blazer Killer, the thing is, it's not a duck. They're just avoiding the stars. Like, if they really wanted to fight, they could make the fucking fight. But it's like neither. I'll be honest. The way Crawford moving, he's moving like a nigga who wants to retire and want to cash out because he know all the big fights that are left for him are actually hard fights.
Yeah.
And so it's like fuck it, I'd rather fight Canelo for 20 mil than fight guys like Zoo, Ortiz, and Boots and just get maybe like 10 mil.
I know, I feel you, but knowing Crawford's competitive nature, I know he wants to be the first three-time undisputed. So I feel like he's getting older, but I feel like he wants that accomplishment to be three division. Because he has two belts.
I see that, but they really leaning on the retirement shit. It's always brought up. Like, well, if he can't get the Canelo fight, he's looking at retirement. Like, bro, which one is it? Like, if he try to unify, you know it's gonna be hard at 154. That's gonna be the hardest unification he ever had.
Y'all heard of the Fundora fight got quote unquote ordered or whatever, because supposedly Bud that's Bud's belt if they don't fight by the end of the year. So
yeah,
I don't know if it was a Fundora tactic because they don't expect Bud to fight twice in a year, and they can keep the belt, but Crawford's gonna either have one or two belts. The toughest fight is probably gonna be. Could you turn down Ortiz? I mean, Zoo, unless Zoo wins the IBF, win the IBF title, that's going to be his.
But then Zoo talking about fighting Lubin in December. It's like all these niggas got plans, and Bud don't seem like he's in a rush to ruin anybody's plans. Remember, Zoo was off, like Crawford was offered the Zoo fight first.
Mm-hmm.
But then Thurman got it. Crawford ain't really trying to take these fights, bro. Like these fights are tough. Like, Madrimov is more boxer than puncher. So a guy like Crawford will fight because Madrimov presents danger, but he's not a dangerous guy. Like Ortiz and Zoo are dangerous guys because they come in to beat the fuck out of niggas. Madrimov is a hyper kid who has scissors in his hands. Like, if you can't control him, he could be deadly, he could be dangerous, but if he's controlled, he ain't gonna break nothing. As compared to a badass jit, and you just give him a bowling ball and you say, yo, wait in the coffee shop. And you're like, God damn, he gonna just start knocking shit over and throwing it. Like, that's dangerous. Like, you little fucking baby's kids in, nigga. Like, that's a difference, man. I'm telling you, this nigga's like, what, 36, 37? He ain't trying to fight. Everybody's like, oh, Ortiz will get knocked out. Easy fight. Yeah, but motherfucker, easy fight. No, nigga. If it was that easy, he'd make them fucking fights. Stop living through these boxers. Y'all be calling everything an easy fight. Like, Virgil Ortiz is not an easy fight for Crawford right now. Or Zoo. So not even Charles Conwell. The Madrimov fight wasn't easy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a lot of shit that like Boots. These niggas just need to get it at 154. It's like everybody just don't seem like they want to fight, bro.
Yeah, it's just weird though. But like I said, I mean, hopefully, this shit's. I mean, eventually the shit will play out the way it's going to play, and then basically we'll see who will be kind of like the last man standing with Boots and Brian Norman and all of them. Let's see who's the boxing guy, who the boxing guys are going to discipline first. And again, my money is definitely on Norman. That's just really, really. There's a lot of.
You taking prop bets on his first opponent?
Yeah, no, I told him too. Like the best underdog bet that I can find when he announced the fight, I am putting money on that shit. Yeah. Straight up.
It's dead because these niggas don't want to fight each other.
Yeah.
Niggas is ducking career high paid. Don't get caught up in career high paid. Nigga, 1.7 mil, nigga. What the fuck? Like,
yeah, Karma said 147 is dead. Yeah, 147 is. Yeah, 147 is 160 status right now. Like it's as bad as middleweight.
Dead as fuck.
Yeah,
and I don't even know. Like it's worse than it might be worse than middleweight. Cause at least you get an occasional Denzel Bentley KO at middleweight.
It's a barren wasteland. It's a barren. It really is a barren wasteland.
Like 147 ain't hitting for shit right now.
Yeah, because and boy, I want until either stars move up, or basically these niggas decide, okay, you know what, we gotta make this division popular, so we gotta fight each other. There's gotta be some sort of commitment to the fade, and there's none right now at 147.
I'm not gonna go as far as to say it's worse than 160, but it's close. It's close.
Nah, it's worse, dude. You don't even get a highlight from 147. At least every now and then you get a Denzel Bentley KO or something, or somebody, some Euro nigga gets stopped or something happens at 160. But 147, like literally, like we're talking about Brian fucking Norman for shit's sake. Like, do you see what we're like, bro? We're talking about Brian fucking Norman.
Mm-hmm.
147 is definitely worse than 160. At least when we talk about 160, we talking about some names, kinda like
some names, but like, yo, like imagine if fucking Danny beats Danny Garcia, a guy who started at 140, is the top guy at 160. Then he's not even fighting at 160. He's fighting at 156. You know how fucking crazy that shit is?
Yeah, 157 or something. That's crazy.
Man. Hey, if Cotto could do that fuck shit, Danny can too.
Hey, yo, that needs to be a poll for tomorrow. Which division is worse, 147 or 160?
I'm not.
Oh, yeah, definitely a poll topic.
It's
yeah,
just funny. I'm not mad at it. It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But see, at least that's somewhat of a significant matchup. Even though we're like, that's better brainstorming than fucking 147 right now. Like 147 literally just had.
At 160,
the Norman upset was like literally the only, and Stan Jonas came back. That's it.
And 160 is about to lose their best email champ in Janibek because he can't even fucking make the weight. Yeah, you can't.
Oh yeah, that nigga was like dying on the couch in the last fight. Like
that shit's about to get worse.
I mean, between that and then Top Rank lost another bet for him, so his opponent. So basically, his opponent's promoter won the bet for no
limit, right? No limit.
Yeah, no limit.
The same guy
that
same guy that was pretty entertaining, right? The Australian.
Yeah, honestly, that's the cat that show personality. I'm like, okay, I didn't know he had those person. This motherfucker's out here grooving and dancing and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Real quick, since we're on the Janibek topic, I do want to ask. I want to ask something in regard to that. You know how I'm shocked he's staying at the weight because. Isn't it kind of weird? A nigga can pass out before the weigh-in and still keep their belt.
He's still trying to say that he can make the fucking weight.
But
the fucking scale says opposite. The last time,
the thing is, he passed out before the weigh-in. So it's like, is that kind of like a loophole to miss weight and still keep your belts? Because it's kind of stupid.
Yo, I never thought about it but you got one right there, yo.
If you weigh in and you're over 160, right? You're gonna fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of weird. I don't know.
Bro, that nigga sabotaged that shit.
You can't even.
That nigga said that shit was faker than the Trump shooting, nigga.
If you can't even make it to the scales, I have no confidence in you actually making the weight, bro. You passed out even before the weigh-in. Like, come on.
We saw Munguia pass out like after the weigh-in. You know what I'm saying? We saw.
Like, but you gonna get a workout in or something before you pass out. You're not just gonna pass out. Like how you did you just get dressed and just like, all right, fuck it. You just fell out, nigga. What the fuck? Like, nah, like piece of shit. Like, but 147 definitely sucks now, bro. Like, like you don't even have no like. We getting soap opera drama from the Norman family, nigga. Like, we're playing Price is Right in a boxing fucking division, nigga. Like, come on. Like,
I mean, I think both. The only thing that can give both divisions a boost is having someone from the division lower move up. Somebody from 154 moving up to 160. Somebody from 140 moving up to 147, like a Haney or a Tio or Ryan Garcia. Like those guys will make 147. A little more interesting.
Well, Tio planned to go to 147. You see how big he's getting. Like
Ryan's going to be at 147.
No, Ryan's never boxing again. Mark my words.
Well, if he does box again,
he's never boxing again.
I was just saying, if
by the time Ryan boxes, he's going to be fighting at 154 if he come back. But honestly, I part of me feels like if he come back, it's for a special fight. But I think he just kind of enjoy the fuckery of his life right now. Like you just doing what you want, saying what you want.
Tio is the same size as Canelo.
I mean, he was Tio was looking more like he could fight Castaño than fucking Brian Norman.
No, his last fight was terrible.
Yeah, I think it go in life and death with goddamn Claggy.
Yeah, that shit was terrible. I don't feel
Swole up on both eyes.
No, after seeing it live, nigga, I don't think Tio should be on no top cards, nigga. That's just me. That nigga should not be. No
would y'all real quick? Would y'all favor Tio or Norman?
I don't know.
I got Norman.
Tio's looking big.
I'm not sure.
I got Norman. Tio's on the outside looking in type shit. That nigga's
and you don't know what type of juice or shit he on in that Canelo camp, bro.
Because I feel but I feel like
Tio's got hating because he's part of Canelo, nigga. That's why you talking.
No. Let's be honest. Any nigga who's been in Team Canelo has popped dirty.
every nigga.
Oscar Valdez,
Neri,
Neri, Cesar Martinez,
3 times, JCM 3 times.
Or Ryan Garcia.
But Canelo never popped dirty.
Canelo, but he's a king of fucking dirty.
Did you forget?
That's one thing.
Did you forget the Club Mural? Did you forget about the Club Mural?
Yeah, like that nigga the king. Like
it never gets brought up.
That nigga be on
tranquilizers
and shit. He don't be on no steroids.
It's crazy to me.
No, that motherfucker, he was on steroids. Dude, look, if Golovkin didn't have a big enough name to force negotiations in the second fight for them to force the extend the testing for an additional 2 or 3 weeks out, longer than planned, we would have never found out. Because it seemed like, and it's hearsay, but a lot of these niggas just cycle on and off. That's why they fight twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
If you train with the enhancers, you get the benefits of the training, and then you keep on the benefits. You cycled off, and then now you fighting the nigga.
And Karma, I did see the video of Canelo and Tio doing no contact sparring, and yeah, I mean Canelo looked fucking big too, like so it's like
how the fuck do you no contact spar?
Yeah, it's called mock boxing.
Like slap boxing?
No, mock boxing. Like one of the first things you learn, mock boxing, it's like you got your setup, your stance, you're throwing the punches not to connect, and you're imitating and mimicking how to move. It's like you and somebody else shadow boxing with each other.
But in a walkthrough or full speed?
Nah, it's not full speed. Like, but the way they was going at it was weird. I'm like, y'all niggas may as well just like
glove up. Pause.
They had gloves on. That was the weird shit.
Yeah, it wasn't like there was. It wasn't like shadow boxing. Like like
I'm like, you may as well spar. Like, you got niggas sparring, and there's like 60-pound difference. These motherfuckers look like they was like Canelo looked like he was 180.
They're two of the top contenders. It's like
doesn't Canelo spar? Didn't Canelo spar heavyweight? He was sparring fucking Frank Sanchez. Might as well get spar him, Tio. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, come on, Tio, get the fuck out of here. Tio looked like he was 160
that was probably some Tio shit. Tio was like, yo, don't hit me, nigga. I just had a fight a couple weeks ago, nigga. Don't hit me.
Yeah, I got a feeling this Brian Norman guy is gonna duck boots, and I'm gonna fight him, and we're gonna offer him $500K. Don't tell nobody. But I'm just saying, though, that sounds like some shit they would say in that fucking gym. And look, I ain't seen Reynoso in them clips, but y'all keep saying he the coach. Mm-hmm. I told y'all niggas, Canelo's the fucking coach in that goddamn gym.
Right, Reynoso just makes the meat from his butcher shop. That's all he does.
Yeah, he just make the tacos.
Hey, I said butcher shop. I didn't say just make the meat. That would have been pause. I made sure I was explicit. The nigga makes the meat from the butcher shop, so there's nothing pause worthy about that.
Who said pause?
Nah, bro.
All I heard was make the meat. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no. I made sure I was very explicit with that, so it wasn't pause worthy. So I watched my English. It's almost 12:30.
Hey, like, dude, I remember. I'm like, dude, you trying to fight Floyd at 152, and your fucking father's up here, damn grilling damn flour tortillas. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, nigga, if y'all don't get the fuck out of here. Always try to convince the world. It's like, no, I'm too small.
Nigga, what are you supposed to have? Lettuce wraps, nigga?
Yes. It's fat ass. Yes, he was.
Was it May?
Huh?
Was it the month of May?
Yeah, that he fought Floyd in May, right?
Exactly. Cinco de Mayo. Nigga, let him get his taco on, nigga.
No. Wait. I think it was September. It was September. I'm sorry.
Labor Day
On
tacos.
Independence
nigga.
Day. Labor Day.
Labor Day tacos.
Nah, fuck that. Labor Day quesadillas, nigga. Fuck tacos. It's quesadillas from now on, nigga.
Oh man, but I think we gave all these niggas all the smoke though. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, boxing, like y'all gotta move better. Like we're getting into the last quarter of this year, man. Some of your boxers just need to move better and shit like that because 2024 started out promising, but y'all can't let it just end in some old bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We still like
We really ain't got no big fights looking for this end of the year.
Hopefully, we end the year with a Jake Paul knockout. Jake Paul getting knocked out by Mike Tyson, nigga. That should be cold.
It's to the point, like, boxing is so dead right now, that would literally be the biggest thing in boxing if that happened.
It would have been the biggest thing this summer if Tyson didn't have his emergency.
The way boxing's shaping up, it'll still be the biggest thing.
Yo, facts. And Marquise,
yes, Marquise, we know it's fucking blood clot football season, but that don't mean basketball. I mean, that don't mean baseball. I mean, goddamn, boxing is really sucking right now. If I said two other sports in front of it by accident, like that's how bad.
Especially baseball, nigga. Baseball, them niggas play 300 games, nigga. You talking about baseball, nigga?
That guy see it. The Yankees won.
No, the Yankees lost today.
You motherfuckers!
Last minute on some bullshit.
Tell me about it.
What about the Cubs?
Listen, in the bottom of the ninth, like, nigga, all you gotta do is just strike out two niggas and catch the ball, like, for real.
Pain. I don't want to talk about that. Right I don't want to talk about that.
They killed my parlay.
Killed my parlay. Good God! Like, I don't even want to look at that.
Listen. The Yankees been fucking on my parlay for the last 2 weeks. I'm done with
it. I ain't gonna lie, fuck the Yankees right now, son. Them niggas been fucking up some. Like these niggas be having good matchups.
They started off bad. Then they started killing, and they started beating good teams. Then I'm like, okay, maybe they caught fire. The niggas is betting on Aaron Judge and shit. Nah, fuck that. Them niggas trash.
Them niggas acting like Brian Norman now. Shit.
And that's why I don't bet on baseball like that, because that shit it'd be on some bullshit. Yeah.
Listen, no, my White Sox probably won today on some bullshit, knowing baseball.
we still got
they didn't.
They
got embarrassed. Got 30 wins on the season, nigga.
Yeah, no, they got embarrassed today. They did not win.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with it. Hey, at least the Cubs winning, nigga.
Damn, see, at least y'all got shit to look. I ain't got like but see, that's what I hate when boxing gets bad. It like I'm left like hollow, empty. I'm a vessel. Like,
hey, nigga, you better become a college football fan. It's hella games.
Man,
nigga,
fuck that, man. Just fuck that. It ain't the same. Like, and it's different because I've been sick. I haven't been able to train. So it's like I'm really deprived of like boxing and like beating the shit out of people.
Look, a football team you'll like a lot. It fits your mold. FSU, nigga. Florida State.
I mean,
I'm more of a UM guy.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, though, like niggas.
Nah, because the medical program.
I mean, like I've always said, like niggas who are boxing fans, like they're also football fans too. That's like Marquise, like it's football season. Like every boxing fan is a football fan for the most part. Like it's like they know what time it is, bro.
Except for Shuttleworth.
Yeah,
in the land of football.
Yeah, he lives in Florida. God damn.
Yeah, it's not, and that's like the one thing you can't say. His whole culture in Florida is football. Like you can't even.
Peep this. I did a fantasy draft with the niggas in my job. Right. I had 6 picks, 12-man league. The nigga before me, guess what he picked? King P.
What he picked?
Pick 5. This nigga picked Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my god! No,
I was the happiest nigga in the world. I got CeeDee Lamb at 6, nigga.
No, that happened to me because my boy Matt from Brunch Boxing picked Patrick Mahomes with the fucking 4th pick, And
With
this
the fourth
yes,
pick?
the 4th overall pick. And hold up, no, it got even worse. And then with his like 3rd pick, he picked Lamar Jackson. So I'm like, yo, like, oh my goodness, like he does not understand fucking.
That nigga's just trying to
fantasy
get some
football.
trade value.
Oh, like yo, like nah,
What?
no, he just doesn't understand fantasy football.
Nigga,
That's
I
the
went to
whole
work
reason.
today. I was like, yo, somebody should have helped that nigga draft because whoever told this nigga to get Patrick Mahomes with the 5th pick in the 12-man league, like you should see his team. He got like Brian Robinson Jr., Patrick Mahomes, fucking Jackson Smith and Jig, but like he got nobody, nigga. He got nobody. I got CeeDee Lamb with the 6th pick, and Travis Kelce, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Swift. They let me pick the best players,
All I
honestly.
gotta say,
Hold on,
is,
how many people in your league?
12, and I got all them niggas.
all I gotta say,
12 other, like 11 other people.
11 other people, and I got Lamar, CeeDee. I think I got my second receiver is Stephon Diggs. Like, come on, yo.
well, Diggs was available in like the 4th round, or some shit like
But
that.
still, I'm stacked on receivers, and I got Travis Kelce.
I'm just
I'm stacked on running backs.
all I know is I'm determined to win some big money on FanDuel this season for football. I don't care. I'm gonna speak it into existence.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. Me 3.
Me too.
I'm gonna win this fucking bread on this goddamn Hard
And
Rock.
Me
my
4. Yeah.
My first 2 parlay picks, Baltimore and Green Bay. 2 underdogs.
Yep. I'm getting ready to use my no sweat token for this shit. So even if I lose,
Hey,
I still get my bonus.
Use that no sweat shit on Green Bay, nigga, because they finna whoop them niggas in Brazil.
Nigga, fuck you, nigga.
They
Oh,
finna
man.
give them that ass whooping. You seen the interviews? Them niggas like, yeah, we just in the hotel, fuck it. We just came to play, nigga. Fuck these Eagles niggas.
Oh damn.
This-
I wonder if the Eagles gonna win me some money this season. The last
Nah.
season, boy, y'all niggas.
No, they
Lost.
fell off at the end of the year. They crashed and burned.
See, out of all the teams that that niggas like our fans up in this chat, my team had the best record. Just
Listen,
imagine, just
You
remember.
want to make
Your
money?
team had the most disappointing moments too, though.
Listen,
We had
if
the
you want
best
to make money,
victories.
bet the Bears spread all season. You'll make money, nigga.
No, you won't.
Nigga, they got us beat. They got us beating Tennessee by 4, nigga. We finna beat them by 21, easy.
Jeez.
Come on, yo. And we
All
at
right, so
home.
we getting rich this weekend. I mean, this weekend, this year too. Like,
Well, I did a bunch of parlays. I'll share them in the group chat. So
Yeah, mine's already said. I'm not even. I got like 20 bets lined up for Sunday. I'm ready.
Where, but you know,
I
but
gotta
before,
ask them more.
but before we do get up
I
out of
like
here,
three.
because you know it's football season. So Thursday night, you know, we're gonna talk about this football season, everything upcoming. Rome will be our host, and like I said, if you've heard our football conversations, like not like this, but our football focused conversations, like they're pretty lively. Like you'll get your jokes, you'll get some good shit, you'll get some Shuttleworth in the kitchen with wearing an apron jokes, you'll get all of that shit.
Fuck y'all niggas. Like, you
That's how
don't
we
get me at all. I don't be on these episodes, nigga.
Yeah, no, that's a 9 off for Shuttleworth because he's looking for his Betty Crocker cookbook to find some more
Yeah.
shit. To
Fuck
break
that,
out the
nigga.
easy bake
Nigga,
oven.
you from Connecticut. We let you talk hip hop, nigga. What the fuck is over there? Like, ain't no hip hop in Connecticut, nigga. Like, get out of here.
Nigga,
Bring out
Florida's
that-
history starts with Doodoo Brown. Nigga, I want to be so fucking excited.
Man, ain't no one fucking with no cool ass Luke right now, nigga. Like, chill, bro. No one the mush mouth ass nigga. No one like, nah.
Doodoo Brown.
Like, nigga, chill. Like, at least we had something. I don't know what music is made in Connecticut.
Fucking banjo music.
Flute, like, what the fuck, nigga?
Nigga, welcome to the jungle, Guns N' Roses type shit. The Trump theme song, nigga. What else?
See, that's the thing. Is like in school, like niggas ain't really learn about Connecticut. Like, what the fuck is in Connecticut? Like,
White girls.
I guess like that's it. Like, so I don't really know. Like it's like imagine like we know more about Rhode Island because a Family Guy than
I know
goddamn
more about
Connecticut.
I know more about Massachusetts than I know about Connecticut.
Of course, I mean at least you learn about the Boston Tea Party and shit. Like
Yeah, nigga. Cape
the Last of the
Cod.
Mohicans, that wasn't in Connecticut. Like
You niggas is
Nigga,
stupid, bro.
I can't name 3 cities in Connecticut. Hartford. What else? Name it. That should
Hartford.
be a
Hartford.
poll.
Well,
Can you name 3
nah,
cities?
hold on, no, come on. I'm also from New York. I'm right there. I can name cities from Connecticut. I can
Name
name-
Yeah,
3
you
that
niggas is
niggas
just
know.
stupid.
Hartford,
why did it sound like the damn
Hartford.
the dick was dissing Joe
I don't
Budden
know.
on the damn
Hold on.
name 3 songs. Not
Hartford,
pump it up.
hold on. Hartford, Stamford, New Haven. Next question. Easy. That was too easy.
Yeah, you know, them Florida school books have some pages ripped out. That's why they can't do that.
Nah, fuck that, nigga. What does Connecticut do? Like at least I mean Florida, like niggas know it's for like oranges,
I've heard
alligators, like
I didn't know Stanford was in Connecticut, but that makes sense.
Where the fuck is
Stanford, Connecticut.
I just thought it was
Hartford.
a college name. I didn't know it was a city, nigga.
Yeah, y'all just got a couple
Stanford,
schools up
that's
there. Like
Stanford.
what the fuck else? Like
Stanford,
Yeah,
not
I-
Japan. There's a
people-
difference.
people?
Stanford, Clanford, they don't fucking matter,
The
nigga.
only thing is now, the only thing is people from, I got to argue with people from Connecticut because they'll pop out once in a while whenever we talk about pizza. They'll be like, well, New Haven, Connecticut makes the best pizza.
Get the
It's better
fuck
than
outta
New
here.
York
It's-
pizza.
Wait. Who in the history of ever
New-
eating pizza has said
nigga.
that shit?
New
It's
Haven,
true.
Connecticut probably got the best sewer water, nigga. Yeah.
No.
Them niggas really eat pizza up there to really be saying we make the best pizza.
Connecticut's a big state.
New Haven does not have the best pizza.
New
But-
Haven-
But what the fuck is Connecticut's a big state. What the fuck is in Connecticut? What is Connecticut known for? I just found out it's known for fucking pizza. Like
Nah,
Wait,
nigga, you don't, nigga. I think you need to get some education. Go read Google. or
no,
something.
y'all tell me, nigga. I
Nah,
can tell you what Florida's known for. Yeah, y'all can't tell me what Connecticut known for.
I mean, Florida's known for underachieving teams and niggas and slow.
Nah.
niggas, bro.
They got world champion teams, sport teams. Hold on now. Some repeating, some undefeated, but Connecticut.
Yeah.
What the fuck does Connecticut have?
Wait, does
Did they come
Connecticut even
dogs
have
up
a
there? Like
fucking?
what y'all got? Like
Y'all even got a basketball team, nigga? Nah.
Yeah, the most
Connecticut
dominant,
didn't even have a YMCA up there, nigga. Like
yeah, the
Yeah,
most
no one
dominant.
knew.
The most dominant of the college basketball teams. Yeah, yes, exactly. They do have that.
so y'all just got indoor courts then.
No, we have outdoor courts, nigga. Like,
So what happens when them niggas
So
graduate
y'all got
college?
trees? Because
They
if
just-
y'all
do
close
they
to
stay
New
in
York, y'all
Connecticut?
probably just got no trees.
nigga, I think you really need to open a book, my nigga. Seriously.
Okay, what the fuck is in Connecticut, nigga?
No,
Damn.
Connecticut is all
You
nature.
better
Connecticut
as
is all
fuck,
nature.
nigga.
It's all nature.
Yeah,
Let's go. So what type of nature? Like
Okay,
what
okay,
kind
let me
of
say this.
trees? Like
Connecticut is like fucking New York with acres of land and shit.
Yo,
it's like okay. So Connecticut is like New York
like
without
New York
Spider-Man
with
and
forests.
buildings.
New York with forests and trees and all types of shit. Like if New
So like New York without civilization. Like
right?
wait,
If New York didn't destroy the city, that's what Connecticut is type shit.
yo, you niggas.
New York with a green thumb. What
You
the
niggas,
fuck?
you niggas need to open a book.
It's either like you gotta be something else with trees. Like Florida is just Florida, nigga. It ain't
Stop
Georgia
lying,
with
stop lying,
with
nigga.
water.
I live here. I'm not from here, nigga. Half the state is all trees, nigga, and swamp.
So, Connecticut does have one of the most prestigious colleges in the nation. I'll say that.
Oh, okay, all right.
Nigga,
That's
get
it.
off of Wikipedia, nigga. Fuck that shit.
Nigga, I'm not on
We talking
Wikipedia.
about
Nigga,
real shit.
I'm aware of Yale, and come on, everybody knows Yale is a prestigious.
So they just got a
college.
bunch of campuses there, nigga. It's just campus town.
Damn, you niggas need to get
Yeah,
out
so
of
y'all got all them schools up there, but niggas couldn't just say what Connecticut known for.
You
Like,
niggas
what
need
the
to get
fuck?
some- what- you niggas need to get some books in your life.
Slow, like y'all
Yeah,
niggas like
You niggas is
the
never
maple
yourself.
syrup too thick up there or some shit.
Connecticut got the same population as North Dakota, nigga. Real talk.
No, they don't.
What the fuck?
You niggas is Bama's for real. My
Like,
goodness.
nigga can't even tell me what Connecticut is known for. Like, nigga was embarrassed. Like,
No,
we got
nigga, you niggas
trees.
is Bama's,
A New
bro.
York nigga had to rescue y'all.
I mean, UConn was undefeated.
No, this ain't Montana, nigga. Jesus Christ.
Damn, y'all just got
UConn-
y'all just got a bunch of
UConn
colleges.
won
Is college free? Like the way y'all just got them up there like that? Like,
I don't know. My college was free, but
Hey.
hey, that's just
Hey,
me.
my shit was free for a second.
for a second, like what the fuck?
Unfortunately, that prestigious college that they have is smack dab in the fucking hood. That's the funniest part about that. Shit.
Damn,
luckily,
did everybody in the
it's
hood
not
get to go for free?
Damn, they got hoods in Connecticut?
Yes, they do. Yes,
Not
yes.
white hoods. I mean, like a hood.
No. Fucking Hartford has a hood. Bridgeport is dirty. That's one fucking.
Damn, I haven't heard the word Bridgeport
I've
since like maybe
heard
the
that
90s.
name
Yeah,
before. so
Bridgeport.
it might,
Bridgeport.
It might ring a bell. Do y'all have Connecticut rappers? Are there rappers out there?
No, Pat would have been told us already. I asked this question for years.
It's just the ones that live. Just the ones that live there from New York.
No, they just got strong hip hop opinions.
Yeah.
But there's no rap.
Yeah.
not a decent 16 ever been written in the whole state.
Did Tupac ever live in Connecticut at any part of his life, nigga?
So like, I think the Outlaws toured there once.
Nah, Connecticut is one of those states you drive through to get to another state.
Yeah. Or you're dropping your kid off
You know
in
what I'm
college. It's like nothing else. Oh, you'll look at the park too. There's three things. All right.
It's like
You only go to Connecticut for three reasons: the school, park, or the drive through Connecticut.
And this is what we call Bama talk. Because like I said,
Nah, Florida niggas come down here for like multiple things. But if you ever speak to a nigga who went to Connecticut, they're gonna say one of those three things.
They're like, yo, where you at? Connecticut? Where you going? Oh, I'm just going to New York.
Niggas not going to New York, like. Yeah, I'm going to New York. Like, oh, where you going? Like,
Hey,
I'm dropping my kid off at Yale. Got a scholarship.
You just enrolled.
You just enrolled.
You're
You're gonna be there for the weekend. I heard they got some nice parks up here.
Hell no.
Oh, shit, yeah.
This is hilarious.
But yeah, as you can tell, these niggas are Bama, so you have to forgive them. Like, but anywho, yes, Thursday we got the football show. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you tune into that. This shit's gonna be, this shit's gonna be entertaining as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, do we got any final thoughts before we get up out of here?
No, I mean it was a good show, bro. Shit, it was just funny. I just hope nobody turns down no record-breaking financial deal this weekend.
Yeah,
let's try to hit a 1.7 mil parlay, nigga.
Yeah, shout out all our Connecticut listeners, nigga.
Yeah,
We
shout
know
out to
y'all out there.
Connecticut.
We know y'all out there somewhere, nigga.
Yeah,
we see
under a tree listening to us, like chilling. You know what I mean? Like.
but anywho, it's getting late, so I gotta get up out of here, yo. So yeah, for myself, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P, for Conscious Pilot, and for Rome Top 5. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Yeah.